your DNA. Because I'm not going to be with you all the time. You'll be on your own at some point doing your own appointments. And you got to know this information. Ain't nothing worse than getting in a situation where you're with a potential client, a qualified prospect, and you can't execute it. Okay? You can't execute it. Okay? So that's why we do these trainings. So we got a lot to cover. We have an event coming up in February. We're expecting that to be a face-to-face event in California. Now, time is moving very quickly here, and we know things change every single second. You may say something, you gonna do something. So the CDC or your state says you're not doing that. Okay, so we are in compliance with our state and our federal governments, and we make sure we pay attention. We take this health very serious. We don't play around with that. But as it stands, we are going to have our big meeting in February. Now, by the way, we're going to have it anyways. It's either going to be on Zoom or it's going to be in a physical room. So anyway, good is going down. We have a competition that started back in October, November, and December. No, I think it was November, December, and January. So it's a 3-month competition. Each one of you guys are in this. I don't care if you've been in the business an hour. You are now in a competition with whoever's been in the business in an hour. Get it? So whatever category you're in, you immediately join Primerica. We put you in a competition with people in your particular category. And we're going to be recognizing you as being the best of the best trainee. If you're unlicensed, we're going to recognize the best of the best whoever got licensed in any area, securities or life license, we're going to recognize you. We're going to recognize the top licensed personal producer. If you're licensed and you don't have a team, but you are a personal producer, we're going to recognize like the top 20 or 30 personal producers based on numbers, okay? Personal producing in recruiting, personal producing in premium, life insurance premium, okay? Those are 2 categories that you'll be recognized for. Also, personal recruiting and licensing. So if you recruit 10 people, you get 3 people licensed, we're going to recognize you for how many people got licensed on your team as well. So those are 3 major categories. Recruiting somebody, that means they pay $124. That counts as a recruit for you. We log that. If you have your insurance license, we're going to recognize you for every insurance sale that you make with your license on it, with your name on it. So we know you made the sale, right? And then if you recruit somebody and they get licensed, that license, when they pass the test and it gets appointed, we know that that's your recruit that passed this test. So we're going to recognize those 3 areas. Now, if you're one of our district leaders, 50% or above, we have a category for you. So you're not competing with the top dogs, you're competing with the guys that are in your category. So if you are a district leader, it's probably got 400 or 500 district leaders in that category, not to intimidate you. We're going to recognize like the top 20, 25. So you want to find out. Now, if you're a district and you move on to division leader, you're a division and you move on to regional, you're a regional leader and you move on to RVP in the contest, whatever category you were at when it started, we leave you in that category. So don't worry about us taking you out of your number 1 district and you go division and we strip you out and put you in division, you drop down, you no longer get recognized, we move you out of that category. Don't worry about that. We're going to keep in the category that you're highest ranked at. That makes sense. We will not hold your promotion. We'll still move you forward so you can make more money at the high contract, but we are going to keep you in the category that you're in. All right. Now, recognize top district, top division, top regional vice, senior regionals in a separate category as well, and we're going to recognize the top RVPs. All right. Now, I would love to show you all the numbers and everything like that. I may have some time to the end while I'll let Art Martinez cover that part of the numbers if you want to do that. But I want to jump right into some training here and get you guys going. All right. All right. Cool. What we want to talk about today is you. Okay. This conversation is not about your mama. It's not about your brother. It's not about who you want to talk to. It's about you. I look at my business, and a little bit different than probably most Primerica people. I believe that my actual clients are the recruits who are on my team. Okay? Now, other people believe that their clients are the people who are buying their insurance, investments, and whatever financial product you're selling them to. I want to give you a little paradigm shift. You can go with me on this. I think I could probably help you advance and beat most of the company with this thinking. Customers, write this down, customers are always right. Customers are always right. You've been taught that since you've been working as a kid, right? You work in a retail store, whatever. The customer is always right. Don't argue with the customer. You'll get fired. Even if the customer's wrong, the customer's always right. But also, too, put down under that, customers are not loyal. Customers are not loyal. Clients are. Customer is not loyal. Now, if you can do me a favor and go back up one, where I said the customer's always right, Rashana, right next to that, put clients are never right. So let's do a contrast. The customer's always right. Clients are never right. I'll get back to you. You'll see what that makes sense. Then the next one, customers are not loyal. Clients are loyal. And I want you to separate that in your mind, Bayan, because sometimes I think you're treating a customer like a client and a client like a customer, and you're not making any headway, and you're frustrated. Get it? Because you're trying to turn a customer into a client into a customer. And you need to know the difference. And most people are not taught this primarily. We just kind of throw it all in the same soup and mix it all together, and voila, we made a business. But it's a behavior that I want you to understand. If I teach you the difference between a customer and a client, you'll behave differently when you're speaking to them or when you're doing business with them. So, let's talk about customers are always right. Let's deal with that one. You go sit with a client, Berlin, a customer, and you do a presentation, and it goes like this. Well, how much is it? And you go, well, for 300,000 on you, 300,000 your wife, it's 120. Well, can you lower it? That's a customer. He thinks he's got a swap meet. He has no value for you at all. Nothing you taught him. He didn't hear nothing you said about financial literacy. He straight want, how much is it? And if you're desperate because you have customers, you'll go, well, let me see if I can lower it. Hold on a second. What does that make you? What does that make you? You're now standing behind the counter with a paper hat on that says McDonald's. And they're on the other counter telling you these french fries are cold. You knew that guy went over there, sat in the chair, was on Instagram, let the fries get cold. You watch him do it, and he comes back and says, I need another set of fries. You can't argue with the customer because he see you as a servant. You are here to serve me. And you don't want those kind of clients, customers, I'm sorry. But they're out there. So be careful how you behave. Because if you behave like you're desperate and a used car salesperson, or you work in a swap meet where I'll stand on my head till my ear turns red to make a deal. You grow your business like that, you attract clients like that, get it? A customer, you go, man, all my clients keep canceling. They ghetto, they want checking accounts. They say, can you hold it to next week? And it's a $30 sale. They want a willing deal. They want to mix and match this with this, and I want to change this and angle plate. That's just so draining to me. Folks, you are not somebody's servant. You are a professional businessman and businesswoman in the most powerful game in the world, which is financial services. You're not selling snake oil here. You ain't selling pills. This ain't like, hey man, I got this pill, it's vitamin C mixed with zinc, you buy this and, well, give me 2 for 1. It ain't that kind of deal. So customers are always right. I don't want you in that space. Customers are not loyal. You know what that means? Berlin does a great presentation. I mean, she knew she hit it on the head. I mean, she like, man, I was on my A game. Jake, I was on my A game, baby. I laid the whole presentation down. I went over mutual funds, compound interest, the rule of 72, term insurance. I mean, I was on it. I closed them. And as you're telling me you closed them, you get a text message from your own sister, by the way. I found something cheaper on the internet. Can you call me? We're not loyal. It's like, I found something cheaper. It's just like yours, but better. I mean, you wasn't even off the damn webinar 10 minutes, and she's online shopping you. Call me, girl. Because she ain't loyal. She'll take all your information you gave her and call her State Farm agent who screwed her and say to her State Farm agent, hey, my sister Berlin told me about a 35-year-old term. Do you have that? And the agent who screwed her go, I do have it. Why? Well, what is your rate? Well, my rate is actually $4 cheaper. Now your customer says, they should say, then why didn't you sell it to me 10 years ago, fool, when I was 10 years earlier? Or younger. You've been ripping me off the entire time? Lose my number. They don't do that. They go, well, give me a quote real quick. And the State Farm guy that ripped them off says, well, mine is $4 cheaper. They text you back, say, I talked to my agent. He's with State Farm. He's been with them 15 years, Berlin. He's been with them longer than you've been in Primerica. He has his MBA in business, and he would never screw me. And as a matter of fact, he have term insurance like you, and it's $4 a month cheaper. Sorry, can you please cancel the policy? And you go, dang, I did all the work. You even know what term insurance was until I mentioned it. See, don't that just frustrate you, the way I'm explaining all this? Don't just make you want to go, ugh, throw up. You want to avoid that? You want to get away from that? You want clients that value you? See, when I say clients are never right, it means that the clients, lawyers have clients. They don't have customers. Think of some prominent, powerful businessman. I mean, he is the man. Let's take Bill Gates, for example. He's been in court before, right? In front of the Senate subcommittee. I'm trying to shut that man down, right? 20 years ago, because he had a monopoly on the operating system. He found himself, how about Mark Zuckerberg? Find himself all the time in front of the Senate subcommittee because social media, he's dominating people's thoughts and how people think and how they vote. And we've had a few issues, obviously, with social media because he dominates that game. But you ever notice something about Mark Zuckerberg? When he's sitting there in front of the Senate subcommittee of all these senators, legislators, and they're handing him his little lunch, what does he do, Berlin? He leans over and talks to his attorney. His attorney whispers in his ear, and then he responds. You ever notice that? The most powerful man in the world, Jeff Bezos, does this. All due respect, sir, I like to execute my Fifth Amendment rights. Whoa! You can say anything you want to say, Jeff Bezos. You're worth $500 million. No, I am a client. I am not right. I'm paying this dude $100 million to beat this case for me. And I would do what he say do. Isn't that amazing? John Gotti, the man, the Teflon Don. When he goes to court, you ain't John Gotti. You gonna be quiet, and I'm gonna talk for you. See, you want client experiences. When you say, Berlin, it's $1 million on you, $1 million wife, for $300 a month, your client says, if that's what you think is best, Berlin, we'll take it. Berlin, what mutual fund should we be in? Is this the one you think is best for us, Berlin? I'm just a UPS driver, my wife's school teacher, and we don't know nothing. You're a very professional woman. So if you think $1 million on me, $1 million on my wife is what we need based on our financial assessment you've done, I'm not going to sit here and argue with you. Let's do the right thing. See, when I was laid up in the bed last week in the hospital for 6 days, you think I'm telling the doctor what kind of medicine to give me? You think I'm running the show? You're going to walk in the door with an attitude? If I wanted to have an attitude, I was smart enough to know you better not play that here. You're not SNSD Gary Fournier. You can do a little coaching, try your little strategies that you do to motivate these people, and I used some of it, but it was with care. It was not me telling them what they're gonna do. Get it? It's them telling me what I need to do to get the hell up out of there. See? So now, who is your client? If you don't differentiate between who the customer is, the client, you're gonna have a hard time here. So here's what I decided to do. Not everybody's doing this in Primerica. I decided to say my clients who are loyal are my recruits. My recruits are loyal. I will make sure that my clients are taken care of. See, April and Monte, they're my clients. I take care of my clients. My clients call me at midnight, 3 in the morning, I'll answer the phone. A customer call me, I ain't answer the phone. Well, how you get my home number, as a matter of fact? How you get my cell number? Why you call me at 3 in the morning, customer? You want to increase your policy? No, call me at doing business hours. But if Verlene called me at 4 o'clock in the morning, that's my client. Answer that damn phone. And if somebody try to stop me, we're gonna go to war. If someone says, "Don't answer the phone, it's 4 o'clock in the morning," it's 4 o'clock in the morning. Why is she calling you? Mind your business. Hello? Hey, coach, I'll catch you at a bad time. No, I'm fine. I'm fine. I know it's 4 o'clock in the morning on the East Coast. I didn't mean to wake you up. But I got a question. I'm right in front of a client. He couldn't do the appointment until 3 a.m. in the morning because he works at the train station. And I came to the train station. It's 3 in the morning. I just got a question real quick. Girl, that ain't bother me. What you need? And she goes, this fool answer the phone at 4 o'clock in the morning like it was 4 o'clock in the daytime. Because you're my client. Now, I'll tell you when I had this epiphany. I did a financial needs analysis. Okay, there's a product that's awesome, by the way. Okay, we don't talk a lot about it. There's a product. It's called a financial needs analysis. It's a software on Primerica Online. You should all do one on yourself, by the way. And it will give you a financial checkup like an MRI would do on your body. I'll show you in a minute how to do one if you want to do one. Okay, I don't want to bore you with it, but it's cerebral stuff, it's head stuff. Okay, but it's good. I just did one on me just 2 days ago. Okay, doesn't cost you a dime to do. It's just a financial physical you do it yourself. And I remember when that first came out in 2000 and it was just probably Gary was born, so probably 97, 98. So my buddy Keith Phillips, rest in peace, called me up and says, "Hey Gary, you want a brand new IBM ThinkPad computer?" And back then that was like the MacBook, right? Heck yeah. Okay, I'm gonna add you on. I'm in a pilot program with the company, but you got to pilot this new product called the Financial Needs Analysis, and Primerica will send you a brand new IBM ThinkPad. I pilot, shoot, heck yeah. And FedExpress delivers a brand new IBM ThinkPad. I mean, brand new. This sounds so. I'm sorry, younger people, you don't know what those is. And it sent me another box with a printer. This little bitty printer. It's like and it prints out. You through it to the computer. It's a little. It looks like a little bar, but it print. You put paper and it prints, right? So cool. I got these new toys, and I started doing these financial needs analysis on a pilot plan for the company. And I liked it. I was like, this is really sexy and professional. So I'm doing F&As on everybody. You with me? I'm doing this free, man. I'm gonna get this down packed. So I'm recruiting that F&A, right? I'm doing F&As on every client, which takes an hour and a half to do. You know, it takes like a 3 a day. It's like a 3 day process because you go in and get the information from the client first. It takes about an hour. Then you go back home. So you don't want to be doing it in front of the client and mess up. You go back home, do the financial input, right? And then you print it out, right, on good paper. You take it to Kinko's, now it's called FedEx, and you bind it. Looks very professional. And then you go back and deliver it. So it's a 3 day process if you do it right. I don't care, man. I like this. This is a lot better than just grabbing numbers out the air, and it looks good on paper. So I started doing them. Man, guess what I did? Because I'm Berlin. By the way, I ain't making no money, okay? but I'm doing them. I'm doing a bunch of them, right? I'm on a mission. I think I'm a financial guru. I got me a new briefcase. I got me a new financial calculator. You guys know about the financial calculator, the HP, I forgot what they call it, right? Got the financial calculator. I'm looking good. I'm doing 30, 40, 50 of these easy a month. I find myself, Berlin, at Kinko's living there. I posted up there in the morning because they had a free, back then they didn't charge you with a credit card. You just get on the computer for free, right? And so I started getting on Kinko's computer and doing financial needs analysis, and their printer is better, faster, right? And all of a sudden I started printing these things out, but then they came out with a color printer, was 90, ready, y'all listening? 99 cents for one sheet of paper. Color. Ah, looks good though. 30 pages in an F&A. I'm not even thinking I'm spending 30 bucks. So I'm preparing an F&A for Berlin. It's all packaged. It looks good. I got my business card in a little folder there. Go back to Berlin's house. Go over her financial portfolio. Leave the financial needs analysis with her. She may buy, she may not buy nothing. I'm not thinking, fool, you spent $30 and you're doing 10 of these a week. And Primerica ain't reimbursing you because they didn't tell you to go to Kinko's. You wanted to go to Kinko's. Guess what? I go to client's home after I worked my butt off, man, putting that financial assessment together. And I went back and I asked them, can I see your financial needs analysis so we can kind of get your insurance started? And she says, oh, I left that in the doctor's office. What? She goes, I think legal seems in my car. What? I go to another client's house, Gary, and it's in their bathroom in the magazine rack. And I go, oh my God. These people aren't taking this serious? I'm spending all this money trying to impress this person, and these people are taking this thing and just throwing it next to the wherever. Got spilled coffee on it, it don't matter, it ain't put up in a safe. So I call my buddy up, who's at Merrill Lynch, who sold me my financial analysis, cost me $1,500 to get mine done. Okay, with Merrill Lynch back in the day. So I called my guy, and I go, let me ask you a question. How do you justify charging me $1,500? I'm doing this for free for people, bro. He goes, Gary, do them for free, and they won't value it. I guarantee it. We charge you $1,500, Gary, because we know if you pay $1,500, you take your finances serious. It ain't about the money. It ain't about the money. It's about if you're serious about your finances, you will pay Merrill Lynch $1,500. The assessment Primerica is doing is free, but I guarantee you'll wish you charged them for it. I went, damn, dude, that's happening to me right now. So I stopped doing them. I've not done one since. If somebody requests one, I'll vet them first to make sure that it's worth it to do one. Get it? And now today, thank the Lord, I just email. I ain't got to print nothing. You want a copy of it? Here's an email. But I started noticing, but my recruits, they believe in the product. My recruits come to Saturday training every Saturday. I see my clients every week, 5 times a week sometimes. So what if I turn my actual recruits, get it? Come on, y'all. I turn my recruits into clients because I know Adrian's loyal. How do you know he's loyal to you? Because I met Adrian, he was not making no money at Costco. He now makes $40,000 a month. I think he's pretty loyal. Okay? When I met Monte was a college student. He now makes $50,000 a month. I think him and his mom are pretty loyal to me. I think Rashonda's pretty loyal. I don't know. You know, the people that we affect, we see all the time. So write this down. And I made this up, okay? It still works, okay? The rule of 85-15. Write that down. The rule of 85-15. 85% of your sales should come from your team becoming a client. 85% of your insurance sales and mutual funds and auto insurance, whatever you're offering, should be internally consumed. Got that, Damiana Simone? So if you recruit 10 people to join your team, because they're, remember, recruits are clients. Let me make sure I clarify that. Write that down. A recruit is a client. Okay? Recruit 10 people. 85% of those people should be buy the product. Now, I think all 100% should get a mutual fund. So if you're in the company, whether you're 19 years old, not married, no kids, you still need to start putting money away in a mutual fund. So that's no excuse. You should have an account for money being put aside for your future, so you become financially independent. Everybody don't need life insurance. I understand that. You don't have a wife, don't have a kid, don't have a husband, no responsibilities because you're 19 years old. Well, you're 19 years old. You should be on your mom's plan as a child writer. But so you recruit 10 people. 85% of these people should be clients. 15%, the other 15% should be outside people. These are people that don't want to join your team, but they like your services. Get it? I want the insurance. I want the investments. I'm not going to cancel. I understand the value of this. So when I discovered G2, that I could affect my clients more if I see them often. I see Diane all the time. So I could affect her more. We could have intimate conversations in our business relationship about her credit, about her finances, about any mistakes she's made. If she's getting ready to file bankruptcy. If she's not, if she's doing well, she's stashing 10 grand a month. These conversations me and Diane are having anyways, because she's one of my partners. So I could effectively help her while she is my agent. Now watch this. If I take a customer, Jerome, and I save $100 a month for that customer in a mutual fund, $12 a year, okay, and he's 25 years old, he will not have his product experience where he can call me back and says, man, what you did for me really worked for 40 years. Get it? Because he's 25. We put him in an IRA. He saves $100 a month into an IRA, $1,200 a year. If he never missed a beat, never missed a payment, in 30, 40 years from now, right, when I'm 100, okay, I'll check back on my client because he's 65. And I go, Bill, how did it go? Did it work? Did it work? My golly, Gary, you still alive? Yes. Let me check my statement. My God, Gary, I have $1 million. It worked. I'm glad it worked for you. I died, right? It's like it's 40 years from now before he could say, what you did for me really made a difference. 20 at the most, because compound interest don't happen in the first 3 or 4 or 5 years. If you ever know anything about investments, if you're not on board 5 years or more, you're not gonna get a good return. You're not gonna look at your account and go, oh my God, I put in 100,000, it's $1 million. Not in the first 5 years. Okay, it takes 5 years for compound interest to even start working in your favor, and that's at 10%. Let's see, 7 to 7. So actually 7 years, actually 7.2 years before you see compound interest work. That's at a 10% rate of return. Okay, because money doubles every 7 years, or at 72 and the 10, money doubles every 7 years. All right, that's just the way the math works. So how many 10s are there in 40? 4. So it takes 4 compound effects. So now, life insurance. I sell you life insurance, Jerome. $50 a month, life insurance, 300,000 insurance on you. That doesn't work until you die. You're gonna die. But we're living longer. I just ran the CDC numbers yesterday. Life expectancy is actually up 78 years old for men. Women, you get 5 extra years, man. We put y'all through hell. God got this thing rigged in your favor. Okay? So men, we live to 78. Women get 5 more extra years because we put them through hell. Okay? They got to raise our kids and have us. They have to have us as humans. They make humans. All right? So they get an extra 5 years. right? But still, we're living longer. So if a 25-year person buys a policy today from me, Jerome, let's say, and he puts away $50 a month for life insurance, well, guess what? Statistics say he ain't gonna die, Gary, for 50 years. So he doesn't have the recruit. He doesn't have the insurance experience till he dies, and he ain't gonna have it because his wife's gonna get the check. So she got to call you and go, he finally died. The check finally came through. Oh, dang, okay. How old are you, Miss Fournier? I'm 95. Okay, well, Jerome died yesterday. Y'all paid. So that's a long-term thing. Now, does people die early? Yeah, we just had a guy die the other day. He's on one of our former agents. He died at 57 years old, COVID-19. That just happened 3 or 4 days ago. Okay, so yes, it happens, but not enough to say, man, that mutual fund's going to kick in the next day and he will die the next day. No, these are long-term things. Thank the Lord, they're not right away. So then what can we do? What can we do? Where they can have a product experience right away. The opportunity, the business. They could join on Wednesday with no money, pay $124, and go on some appointments the same exact day, make $300 for every sale they make while they're in training. They can have some what? Some real live in real time 2020 experience. They recruit 3 people. That's an experience. They check their checking account a month from now. They got $6,000 extra dollars in it. They're alive. This guy's still 27. He's not 67. He's having an experience. That's my clients, y'all. Come on, y'all. That's loyalty. Because I could call his mama. His mama go, boy, I love you for recruiting my son. He was sitting on the couch not doing nothing every day. That boy is so fired up. He never used to wear a shirt and tie, Gary. That boy never pulled his pants off. His boy cut his dreads off. He cut up his tattoo. Well, Mama, I'm just trying to help your son. You've done a great job with my son. Man, Gary, I was able to get my wife off her job yesterday. Because of you, man. If you wouldn't have met me on Zoom, recruited me, I met you through Instagram, and you recruited me. I'm living in New York now. And then my wife quit her job because we could afford to do it. We could afford to pay for health insurance. See, these are my clients. That's why you want to make recruiting number 1, y'all. You don't want to make it an ugly thing, a backdoor thing. That's the only thing that you could do, and a client can have an experience right away. Period. So be loyal to your team. Don't screw your team. Don't take advantage of your team. These people will be feeding your children's children's children. Now, I didn't say kiss somebody's butt. You don't work for these recruits. They're independent contractors. Get it? You know there's a balance of power there where you're a leader, but at the same time, too, you're a servant leader, but you're not somebody's servant. So keep that balance. Know when to disconnect from people that are not being respectful of your time, your expertise, and your leadership. Know when to say, I'm stepping back from you. You bad news, man. Let somebody else work with you. Do it on your own. Fail forward. I'm not helping you. Right? But also, too, know when to say, hey, but if you need something, I'm here for you. If you need something, I'm here for you. Because right now, we ain't clicking. Now, if you find somebody you click with, ride them till the wheels fall off. Be with them forever. Because they love you, you love them. Iron sharpens iron. So this meeting today is talking to 500 people, or in this case, 382 people, and letting you know that you are my client. I want you to do better. You understand that? You are my client. I want you to do better in real time today. So let me start from the beginning. This is a question I want to ask you. I want you to answer it, obviously, to yourself. Are you a Primerica client? Are you a Primerica client? You don't have to shake your head. I don't care. I want you to answer it internally. Do you have a Primerica life insurance policy? If you have a policy, did you cheat yourself or did you treat yourself? What does cheat yourself mean? I just bought a little something just to get started. Wow, you underinsured yourself? So you played Russian roulette with your future by buying a little bitty policy just to buy something? You had a choice to go buy a valued product and you went to the swap meet and bought it? You're willing and dealing on your own life? You don't think you're worthy to be properly covered? So, question is, are you covered? Number one. Number two, are you properly covered? Reevaluate. You know, I just did my financial needs analysis the other day. Reevaluate your situation. Things change all the time. You start out with $100,000 in coverage because maybe your situation was different, and all of a sudden now, Vivian's now worth probably about a $500,000, if not a million. You know, I don't mean her life insurance. Vivian probably should have about 3 million on a policy at this point in her life. She's making 30, 40 grand a month. For sure, Adrian should be somewhere between the $3 to $5 million in life insurance. Easily. It's a tax write-off too, Adrian, by the way. You want to get it while you're 28 years old, you're making 40, 50 grand a month. Either you give it to the IRS or you give it to your family. You should reevaluate and say, you know what, honey, I'm 28 years old. My birthday's coming up here pretty soon. I'm pushing 30 in the next 2 years. Let's lock something in that's solid. Now, this is on a need to know basis. If you don't need it, don't do it. But I'm just saying, reevaluate, Brian. You and Anthony sit down. It's the end of the year. It's the perfect time for all of you guys to do this, Michelle. You understand that? It's a perfect time. You can get away with it. It's the end of the year, BJ. You and Lady Elia sit down and say, honey, how did we do in 2020? Let's reevaluate. We paid off 7 credit cards. We finally got rid of that student loan. You know, whatever, whatever. How's our insurance looking? Do we need to upgrade, downgrade? Well, we did actually, buy a home. Or we're now making, when we met Gary, we were making $20,000 a year. We end up this year at 120. Wow, that's like 10 times more. Right? 5 times more. Great. Let's reevaluate our coverage. Now, some of us, we locked in already. Some of us got, you know what I'm saying? Some of us, we got in a situation medically where what you got is what you got. Okay, so you may contact Primerica and they go, little COVID thing you had last week, Gary. Let's lay low a little bit right now. You know, well, I'm Gary Cornigan. I'm an Essence DM a millionaire. We know that, okay? But what you got is what you got. You're 57 years old, and this COVID thing scares the crap out of everybody. And because you got it, it's on the medical records now. We're gonna go ahead and leave this with that. I mean, that could be my plight for the rest of my life. Hopefully that'll be yours, Brian. So sit down, evaluate that. Look at your investment portfolio and say, okay, baby, are we just blowing money? We made 120 some $1,000 last year in Primerica. Where's that money at? It ain't like we went anywhere. We've been on COVID lockdown for 10 months out of 12 months. It's been a year. Where's the money? We do have an emergency fund. We do. How much is in there? Okay, right now, if I couldn't work tomorrow and Primerica went away, how long could we sustain ourselves? And then be honest, don't lie to yourself. How long could we hang before we start turning lights off, Wi-Fi off, downsizing, get rid of cars, pawn and stuff? And if you don't like that number, BJ and Leah, if you don't like that number, April Monte, you gotta say, let's pump our brakes. We're moving too fast here. We don't have to have a car for every day of the week. Let's start saving some money in an emergency fund. Let's look at your retirement plans. Now, retirement is not a word that we use. We now own a business, and our business is our 401k. Our business is our retirement plan because we're going to live off the residual income from the business. At the same time, too, how are we looking at that? Is our business growing? If we both stop working tomorrow, do we have enough licensed agents under us that they can go out and do business for their family? And our little bit is a lot to take care of our family. Do we have a built business? And just look at the whole chessboard, right? And then go back to your life. After you have that meeting today, that come to Jesus meeting today or tomorrow, then go back to your life and say, you know what, I'm gonna go back and do my thing. We're good, man. We're straight. Gary, we're recruiting about 700 to 1,000 people a month in this Primerica thing. If we start conditioning our people to take care of them, because charity begins at home, we could effectively, Gary, have 1,000 new people a month that become financially independent in almost like a domino effect. Get it, Ryan? A domino effect. Where 5 years from now, every day somebody's becoming financially independent. Every day one of our leaders are going, we did it. We did it, G. It was in and out in 5 years. I met you in 2020. It's 2025. And guess what? We filed the principles. We built the business. We're good. I got my life insurance in place. I got my business set up for good. I got the emergency funds. We're fine, man. We're putting 100 grand a month in income. Our bills are 20,000 a month. We have abundance. We're giving away more than we're receiving. We could do that, Gary, if we get every recruit that's listening on this webinar to say, I'm going to become a product of the product today. Not, that's a good talk, coach. Man, me and my wife gonna talk about that, man. 2021, honey, we're gonna do a meeting on June 7th. I mean, July 7th. No, we're doing it today. We're at home. We're gonna do a meeting today. We're at the end of the year. It's a perfect excuse to do it. We are with Primerica now. Now I gotta tell you, you gotta think prosperity as well. I think that's very important. You can't think lack if you're gonna be in the financial sector. If you're gonna be an entrepreneur in the financial industry. Now, if you're an entrepreneur and you sell shoes for a living, then maybe you won't have this conversation. But you guys happen to have the best of both worlds. You're an entrepreneur in the financial sector. Okay? And that's good for you. Now, what does that mean? That means that you can speak prosperity and deliver on the promise. You can start saying, honey, in 2021, we're going to make $250,000. That's what we're going to do. We're going to average $25,000 a month, $20,000 a month in income. And we made $20 yesterday. Maybe we're in entrepreneurship now. Don't talk like we're employees. We have a contract, and that contract says we put our name on an application. This company will give us a percentage back as a profit. So, baby, we're at 50%. We bring $1 to the table, we keep 50 cents on every dollar. That means that we can now dictate how we live, where we live. We can dictate our lifestyle, what kind of car we have, what kind of education our kids get. If you're going to retire from your job, we now on a contract with a percentage. I mean, unless we're lazy, unless we don't plan on working, I think we're going to be working somewhere anyway, so we might as well do Primerica. Think prosperity. What does that mean? You may have a minus $65 in your checking account like Sergio had when he came here today. But that changed. The minute you joined the company, that changed. Maybe it hasn't manifested to money yet, but you got to change your thinking to what? I'm in. Honey, I'm freaking in. I passed the test. I'm in the freaking game. Let's go start looking at new homes. Let's go do a washer and dryer. Let's fix that couch. Let's fix that window. Let's do little minor stuff around the house. We're okay, unless we're not going to work. You're not lazy, are you? No, I'm not lazy. Okay, we're both, and we're smart, right? Yeah, we're both smart. We put our brains together, and we're going to make this thing happen. We're not going to be broke anymore. See, sometimes, Gary, people get into prosperity business, but they still behave like scarcity. You know what I'm saying? They're penny wise and dollar foolish. They're misers. They still go, well, no matter how rich I get, I'm still going to coupon. Folks, listen, coupon your butt off. But hire somebody to do it. Say, you know, Lisa, that's your job. You coupon. Why? Because I don't want to be thinking lack. Oh, my God, I get 20% off. I got to go to Bed Bath & Beyond right now and get this discount. This is going to be over by tomorrow. I need more towels. Stop thinking like that. You got to stop operating like that. Stop thinking like that. You understand? They'll be making towels when you want to do towel. You understand it? They'll be making, everything will be new. Whenever you're ready, you'll have it. I don't mean blow your money. Don't go buy $3,000 purses trying to impress broke people who don't even like you. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about a standpoint of, you know what? If the kids need new glasses, let's give them the best glasses. Nobody no cheap glasses from the store that break every 3 minutes. This is my son's eyes. If we got to spend $3,000 on some glasses, then we're gonna spend 3,000. Why? Because we want the best. I'm not gonna put all diamonds in it. Now, you're stupid, right? But if that's something that we need, then let's go get it. We need new tires. We're gonna get good tires. But now, if you're buying retreads every 6 months, we're gonna go spend the money, $300 a tire, and we're gonna get some good damn tires on this car. And we're gonna get these brakes fixed. We ride over with our kids in the car and our brakes this weekend. That's crazy that we have our life in our hands and its brakes are bad. Let's get these things fixed and stop. We're not gonna take them to your brother that does it in the shade tree. Get it? We're gonna take the Mercedes to the Mercedes Benz dealer, and we're gonna get a service contract. We're gonna start doing things right around here. We can't think like we're postal workers anymore. We're now in the financial business. So think prosperity as well. So now, as you're in the business, as a representative, you're going to get your financial house in order. You have a contract now to pay you what you're worth, totally fair. And you now start walking in prosperity. You talk in prosperity. Your whole household now is cleaned of that poverty thinking. You don't allow people. Like, for example, me and my wife Patricia, when our babies were babies, we never, ever had a conversation about money in front of our kids. Nothing. If Pat said, honey, the light bill's due, she would never say it in front of the kids. Drop an F bomb if you need to drop an F bomb. Get it? You can use some wild language in my house, but don't ever say to me in front of my children, the electric bill was due last week and we didn't pay it. Can we pay it next week? That's close the door. You understand that? Go in the bedroom. We will not talk about what we don't have in front of our children. It's a private conversation. Okay, and the good news is when my kids were born, I was making $20,000 a month. Okay, so I didn't have that issue. But still, we knew, if there's an IRS bill or anything, I didn't even leave bills on my kitchen counter. You understand that? The mail comes in, we take it until I put it in our safe. Why? Because I don't want my kids going through my bills, right, and seeing if there's a red letter or something or a past due notice. I was not going to put that energy in my children's thinking, where they think that we're cutting corners. And I wouldn't speak like that to my kids. I would never say money don't grow on trees. I would never speak that language. If we always have it, if I tell you no, it's because I tell you no. It ain't because I don't have it. It's just no means I'm not buying it. We'll get it next week, next month, never. But they knew it was a clear no. It wasn't, well, we don't get paid till next week, and we don't have money like that. You guys act like you guys like money grow on trees, and me and your mama work so hard for this money, and you kids, you don't need to have the best shoes. And we never had that conversation. So I know a lot of that goes on because that's how you were raised, and that's how you run your household. I want you to change it now because you're now in the business. My goal today is to get 400 people to get off this webinar and get their crap together. Period. But I want to know how to close my auntie. I want to know how to make a sale. I want to know how to recruit 47 people. You are the recruit. See, you don't have to recruit people. Well, how do I say this? You don't have to push a person into joining if you're living it. Get it? You don't have to force somebody, Gary, if you're walking it. If you're walking the talk, people will ask you, hey man, what do you do? Adrian Anderson asked you, hey, what do you do? I think you were 21, 22, something like that. You weren't a 30-year-old man. How old were you at the time?
20.
You were 20 years old. He asked you, what do you do? Now, Gary, what were you doing when he saw you? Were you hanging on the corner with the homies and jeans off, and you was talking some stupid language and in a beat-up-old car with no registration? And what did he see?
Well, he had watched me for like over the course of a couple of days. So every time I pulled up at my friend Ashton's house, basically I was pulling up in a new car every day. He don't know I'm taking the car that has gas in it. So I'm rotating between my Benz, my C300, which is a nice car on its own, your S550, because you had an extra Benz, mom's Range Rover, and then sometimes I would take your S63. So I would rotate those cars based on whatever had the most gas in it at the time, so I can go rip and run and do my appointments to build my business. And I pull up at this house every night, and he's watching me. So he's like, "Well, hold on, time out. Well, what you do?" So yeah, you're right. You're right.
So you didn't have to recruit him. He recruited himself. His curiosity kills the cat. His nosiness is why he makes $40,000 a month today.
Right.
Okay. So you become a product of the product, become a walking, talking commercial for the company. Each one of you guys can do that. You don't have to have a Mercedes or a dad with all this money. You could do it today. The way you carry yourself, it exudes through your pores. It's a walk. It's a swag. If you know what I'm saying? Ain't about the material stuff. It's a swag. It's the way you carry yourself. It's a sense of confidence that I found it. I'm going to make things happen. Things are going to improve now. But you got to do the fundamental stuff too, which is execute it. Get your insurance in place today. Evaluate your situation. Look into your account. You may go, Gary, I make $3,000 a month, and my bills are $3,000 a month. I don't have money to buy life insurance, Gary. I hear you talking to me. Trust me, I do need it. I'm a single mother. If I die tomorrow, the baby daddy ain't taking care of him now, and he ain't gonna take care of him when I'm dead. I'm all this kid got, but I make $3,000 a month, and my bills are $3,000 a month. How do I buy life insurance, Gary? There's no wiggle room in there. Well, first of all, there is wiggle room in there because you make $3,000 a month. Okay? You're working and they're cutting you a check. We just now need to sit down with you. It takes literally 30 minutes, y'all. I promise you don't take 2 days. You sit down with that young lady, Vion, who says she don't have the money, who's listening to me today, and you say, Sister Williams, you got it. How, baby? I don't have it. I don't see it. Go through her bills with her. Take out a yellow sheet of paper and say, what do you pay for rent? But baby, I pay $900 a month for rent. What do you pay for your water, your electric, your Wi-Fi, your cell phone bills? What do you pay for gasoline in the car? What is your food bill? Yes, it's very boring, Vion. Do it. Because every time I've done it, Vion, every time I've done it, I go, now, Miss Williams, you told me you're spending $3,000 a month on bills. Are you sure there's not nothing else in here? Did you put your tithes and offerings? Yes, I did. Okay. Are you sure? She says, that's it. That's all my bills. Well, just $2,200. You got $800 we can't find. I do? And then she starts going, well, what I do, you get my nails done. You said, I do. There you go. There you go. We found you $800. Here's what I want you to do. Okay. You got cable TV. You got 3 TVs in your beautiful home here, right? And you're paying for every cable box is $7 times 3. Do you watch cable TV? No, not really. I used to watch it back when everybody had DirecTV. My kids are now on the internet. Okay, so do you need cable? So you don't watch cable? No, I watch a little bit of news at night. Okay, how much news do you watch? Well, before I go to bed at night, I watch the 11 o'clock news. Okay, so that's what you really are constantly watching. Yeah. We might want to cut off DirecTV. You don't need 3 boxes. You got 1 TV that everybody watches in the living room. Let's cut the other 2 off. Now, I notice your kids, they're always on the phone, or they're on their iPads, and they're on their phone. So, you paying for Wi-Fi? Yeah, what's your Wi-Fi bill? Great, let's call your company to see if we negotiate, because sometimes they have special programs. We can tweak your Wi-Fi bill. Folks, this is what we're supposed to be doing, Linda. This is what we're supposed to be doing, y'all. We're supposed to be financial advising people. And I'm not talking about rich people with money. I'm talking about the middle class people and the working class people who say they don't have any money. But man, come on, y'all. Come on, hey, right, hey, y'all, look. If this was a crime scene and you guys were all detectives, you guys got so much evidence today that you didn't have 2 days ago. You know what the evidence is? Go on Instagram and watch and see everybody post all the gifts they open up. If you were a homicide detective, right, and you were looking for a crime of spending money, everybody's on Instagram posting picture with a big ass Christmas tree in a little apartment, big ass Christmas tree in a little apartment, gifts everywhere. But this the same guy that told you, Rashonda, I ain't got no $38 no insurance. He didn't forgot that he left evidence. Right? He done left all kind of DNA everywhere. If it was an investigation, a crime scene, Gary, with yellow tape around it, there's DNA everywhere today. And you can't convince a guy to protect himself today, and you gonna let him tell you, "Well, I don't have it." And you go, "Bobby, I looked at your Instagram. There's 49 gifts under the tree. That's if I just add up the gift wrapping paper that your kids just tore up in 3 seconds, and the tape that you spent taping all that up, and the time. See, this is what we're supposed to be doing, y'all. We ain't supposed to just getting on the phone with a person, a webinar, and doing a financial presentation for 45 minutes. We're supposed to be analyzing that person's situation. I believe that if you are a recruit and you're listening, you need to go through your situation, through your budget, and get yourself life insurance today. No excuses. No excuses. Unless you know what day you're going to get COVID, get it the day before. And you can buy your life insurance policy. By the way, 5 people in my family. Okay? You got it? 5 people in the Fornegate immediate family. I got COVID. Gary got COVID. Keshana got COVID. My daughter got COVID. My wife just found she has COVID. Okay? That's 100% of our household. And you go, y'all all together. We were not together. That's wrong. I just came here in December. Okay, December the 4th. I came here for my buddy's funeral. Okay, and it's been Christmas. Gary was in Alpharetta, Georgia with his wife. My daughter lived downtown Atlanta. We were not together. We were together for Thanksgiving. Okay, that could happen there. I don't know. Okay, but here we are way over in the middle of December, near the end of the year, and now we all contracted it. Who gave it to? I don't know. We could have got it from a gas pump. We could have got it at a primary event. We could have got it anywhere. But let's not go there. The point is, if I was a statistic person, right, and I am, that's 100% of a family. I don't care how you slice that math, 100% of us got COVID. That's 100% of us on our medical records. Now, you let your recruit tell you, I'm cool. Okay. I'm cool. All right, no problem. Ain't nobody gonna get it. And no, you know nobody with COVID. Everybody knows somebody with COVID. Had it, got it, don't get it. And you want to wait till next month to take life application. So for $48, $100, you're gonna postpone this to January. And then you're gonna call me and say you want it after you get that positive test back. And guess what I'm gonna tell you? We can't touch you with a 10-foot pole. Now, what's the queuing off time? Who knows that? What is it? If a person, for example, me, if I want to get another policy right now, what is it, April? How long I gotta wait? Who knows?
Yeah,
Here got the guideline. You have to wait so many days.
They're not unmuted, G. You want me to unmute April?
Yeah, unmute. Vion says 90 days. Thank you, Vion. Okay, so from a negative test, 90 days out, I could apply. That doesn't mean they're going to cover me. That doesn't mean they're not saying yes in underwriting. Or wait 90 days, we'll say yes. No, wait 90 days to take the application, right, Vion? Wow, I gotta wait till March, y'all. Oh, dang, March, that's my birthday. I'll be 58. So now I'm gonna pay the price of a 58-year-old man. I want it now, though. Too late, G. That train's already left the station, partner. You gotta wait till March to apply. And they may look at your age, your height, your weight, and says, no way on God's earth are we increasing your policy. So if the ones that listen to me, you get covered today, not Sunday, Saturday. And don't tell me you don't have the money, because now you're thinking scarcity. You can't say I'm a financial advisor, I'm gonna become financial independent, and think lack, think I don't have. Make the sacrifice. It's not a sacrifice. You understand that? I hate to even use that word. It's what you gotta do, baby. It's what you gotta do. Then a sacrifice. Sacrifice is, oh my God, I really want this Sprite, but my doctor told me I can't have it. I'm gonna sacrifice. You wanna live, fool? Yeah. Don't put it in your body. That ain't a sacrifice. It's what you gotta do. You're not sacrificing. You got a wife and a kids. You got a husband and kids. Just a single mother, single father with kids. You got a mama, daddy that's dependent on your income. You're on real estate. You're gonna be a guru. You got all this debt you accumulated, right? And you leave that to your children and punish them with your Mercedes that they didn't pick. The house you worked so hard to put the down payment. You know all the crap you went through to get approved for that home loan. The escrow, the appraisal, the down payment, the borrowing money from friends and taxes, all the things you did to get that little house you got. And then you die tomorrow and it goes back to the bank. The bank keeps your deposit. They keep all the monthly payments that you paid, all the upgrades that you've upgraded. Because your kids can't pay the mortgage, it goes back to the bank. The bank resells your house. Get it? Because your kids lost it. You paid $200,000 for it. You put another $100,000 in it. It's worth $415,000. You die with no life insurance. They sell your house for $400,000 on a foreclosure damn step, and they resell it to somebody else who don't buy life insurance. It never transfers to your children. And the whole reason you bought it was to build wealth for your family. Because you just could have rented and it would have been the same scenario. But you went a step further and bought a home so your family could have shelter and have some form of stability. And look, $100 life app, for $100, you lose $500,000 in the hard work in a state. Folks, that's like going to bed at night or buying a new house or apartment, get a new apartment, and not changing locks. That's like saying, no, honey, let's leave the doors unlocked tonight. All of them. Why? Because we're just going to take a chance. Baby, before we go to bed tonight, we check the locks, honey. We just moved into the apartment, we changed the locks. We ain't have to change the locks. Honey, the last tenant has the key, baby. Let's go to Home Depot, spend $100. $100? $100 for a lock? These locks are always, can you imagine that, Brian? Being at Home Depot and you're in the lock section and the lock says $13, $30, $100, $300. You go, 13. That sounds like, okay, $13. All right, that's cheap. All right, looks the same. I mean, you're not even thinking you're protecting your life. You're not even thinking, oh, that's right, these are locks on my house. You know where I sleep at? All my stuff at. It's the same bad thinking if you don't have life insurance. You literally devalue yourself and expose your ignorance that you're underinsuring your life, trying to buy a cheap lock. So that's what life insurance is. It's this peace of mind. It's a lock to protect all the assets that are going to come about. That's all life insurance is. It's a lock from Home Depot. You put the lock on, you sleep good at night. You ever woke up in the morning, Gary? Anybody ever woke up before and accidentally left the garage door open? You accidentally left the key in the door in your car, and you wake up and you go, oh, just for a second, your heart drops, doesn't it, Brian? Oh my God, I left the key in the car last night. I must have been moving too fast. I left it in the damn door. Somebody could have stolen the car. Oh my God, they could have came in the house and hers. You left the garage door open and the back door locked. You know your heart stops for a second, just for a second. And you ain't dead, ain't nothing happened to you, but you go in there and what do? You wake the whole house up. But who left the back door open? Who, I told you kids who went out there late last night, who took the trash out, and you scared. it didn't even happen and you're yelling. But every day you don't have life insurance down. Trying to be penny wise and dollar foolish. You're just like the person saying, I make 100,000 a year. My house worth 700,000. I got a little 401k. I got a BMW. My wife got a Mercedes. I got 2 jet skis. I have a timeshare. I'm middle class. But I ain't got no life insurance. Because no, that's not important right now. I'll get that later. But once I get my going, I start making some money. You know what I'm saying? When I start making some money, and then, y'all give me, then I'll be able to do all that stuff. All right. No problem. Ignorance. Ignorance. The word ignorant means, Gary? You ignore it. It's in front of you. Ignorance means ignore it. Stupid is different. That's a bad thing. Dumb is different. You just don't know, you don't know. Ignorant means you ignore it. It's in front of you. You don't know, you don't know. And it's our job to let people know, BJ, that they are ignorant. It means it's in front of you, you just ignore it. And that's why we work on our income. I think our income justifies what we do for families. But we've got to get into people's hearts, and we got to make sure that you guys are it. Now, let's back into the conversation, because this is going to turn into a business model. We recruit about 1,000 people a month in the Carnegie organization. 1,000 a month. That's 12,000 new people join the business a year. Make sure I got that right. 1,000 a month is 12,000 people. That's correct. Okay, we recruit about. Let me lowball it. We recruit about 700 to 1,000 a month. Let me say 700. Let's do low number. We recruit about 700 people a month in the Carnegie organization every month in America. That's 8,400 people a year. Okay, that come into our company, not Primerica, just our team. If we could effectively, Gary, help 1,000 people a month internally, we could change the damn world. If we just save our own souls, not being selfish, not saying we're not going to help out our mom, our cousin, our friend, our neighbor, our sister, our brother, and outside people. But Gary, what we already got, 1,000 people getting financially saved. Let's call it as though it's religion. If we're baptizing 1,000 people a month, okay, into financial literacy, financial independence, and do another 1,000 next month, and another 1,000 next month, and by the end of the year 2021, there's 12,000 people with life insurance. The average household gets 2 mutual funds. That's 24,000 mutual funds sold. And that's also 12,000 people that got a chance to make some extra part-time money. What else do we need? What else do we need? Folks, that is the system. On the front end, we got you, and on the back end. You die too soon, we got you covered. You come work with us, we got you covered. You live a long time, we got your retirement plans. And we're going to chop away that debt. We're going to get you out of debt. We don't owe anybody, where everything is all liquid. If we just dedicate, Gary, that's it. We could solve problems. We could heal people. If we're going outside of that and getting customers that are not sticking with us, that buy on Wednesday, cancel on Thursday, they're not loyal, they don't price us to death, they want something cheap, we're not really being effective. I don't think we're being as effective as we would if we had 1,000 Art Martinez stories every month. Man, that'd be nice, huh? For somebody to come and say, Coach, what you doing tomorrow? What you need me to do? This Art does it to me. Hey, come here, I'm gonna give you the address. What you doing, Art? Hey, meet me at this address. And I pull up, and it's this big-ass house. What are you doing here, bro? Put an escrow today. Why don't you take a look at it? Dang, Art! Like that, huh? That's my guy. When I met him, he was making $25,000 a year as a warehouse man. He has no high school diploma, And he's taking me to these homes. I'm saying homes with an S. He's done it more than once. And this dude is straight buying these homes like you buy underwear. That's my client. Beep beep. Who's outside? Beep beep. Who's that? What's up, coach? What's up, Monte? Hey, come check out my Maserati. Like that, huh? Okay, all right. Okay. You got a Maserati truck? You 22? Oh yeah, and Mama just bought my other brother a brand new Benz as well, and my other brother a brand new Benz. We all got brand new Benz and Maseratis on the same day, like that. See, that's my client, Gary. That's my client. I got multiple stories. PJ and Leah pulled up in a brand new Maserati. Hello? You think you just buy a brand new truck? Yeah, we're doing a little better than we was doing last year. That's my client. Jasmine Soleil, she's out here. Jasmine comes to me one day, Gary. She's 19 years old. Comes to my office. She's fresh, just start making money in the business. And she comes to my office, she closed the door, and she was so happy. I said, "What's up, Jazz?" She goes, Coach, can I show you something? I go, "Sure, Jasmine." And she pulls out this iPhone, Gary. And she opens it up and she shows it to me. And I go, "Okay." She goes, "I got a phone, Coach." I go, "Well, okay, okay, all right." She goes, "Coach, it's the first time I've ever bought anything without my parents." That was a Rolls Royce to her. She was like, "That was the first time I ever used my money to buy something without my dad." Oh my God, I immediately have to remind myself, food don't forget where you from. To you, it's just a okay, girl. To her, it's a brand new car. See, that's my client. Because she had experience with me. That was a breakthrough for her. She used to catch the bus, she said, Coach, guess what? What, Jasmine? The bus stops right in front of the office. You catch the bus? Yeah, Coach. And the bus drops you right in front of the office right there. It's right by the. Isn't that great? She's also the young girl to go, "Coach, can I show you my new car?" What she had bought, Gary? I forgot what kind of car it was. She had bought. It was a
Not Urus, that.
Prius. Was it Prius?
A Nissan Urus.
Urus, yeah. Coach, I bought a new car. I mean, I watched this girl go from catching a bus with no phone. Who has no phone? It's like everybody got phones. The baby's born with a phone. To buying a phone, to buying a brand new car, and then moving out and getting her own apartment. I seen that happen with my own eyes. I went, now that is my client. That's what I want to do for the rest of my life. Insurance, mutual funds, I'd rather do that. Before I die, I'm going to do a portfolio. Before I die, I'm not going to do it now because I got a lot of folks I got to help. But I want to have a book this thick, Gary, of faces and names of people that became wealthy. I want that to be my portfolio. When someone says, "Oh man, what did you do for society?" I go, "Grab that damn book over there, boy." And he opens it up and it's the size of a encyclopedia. I go, "Read the Berlin story." And he says, "Wow, you did that for her?" "Yeah, I keep reading. They're all in alphabetical order. Start with A." Wow, sir, all these people, and these people are alive. These are not people who died and got a death claim. These are living creatures. That's my portfolio. Gary was talking about a young man the other day he has own sports agency with his LeBron's friend, and he has all these people. I never heard this guy. Gary's name is Rich. What's his name, Gary?
Rich Paul. He's LeBron James's agent.
He's LeBron's agent, and he has a portfolio of of NBA ball players. This dude like he's about 10 years old, by the way. Okay, but he's LeBron's friend, has been his friend for years, and he parlayed his relationship with LeBron, started a sports agency, and now he has a portfolio of NBA ball players that are in the NBA. He ain't gotta talk no more. You wanna sign with me? Here's my portfolio. I ain't gotta recruit you. Open that book up. Look at that contracts. Now go back home and talk to your mama, and you could tell me you want to come do business with me or not. Each one of you guys, Rashonda, what does your portfolio look like? What does your portfolio look like, Dolores? Arlene, what's your portfolio? Verlin, what's your portfolio? BJ, what's your portfolio? Come on, do a mental search real quick. What's the stories you got in your organization, your downline? Who's doing better this year than they did last year? See, if you don't build that portfolio, you're only as good as your last insurance sale. You're only as good as your last investment sale. And the best client is a recruit that you talk to 2 or 3 times a day. You could mentor in the good times and the bad times. You could navigate them out of their problems because you see them all the time. A customer you talk to one time, wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, make a sale, and you're on to the next. Most people don't give good customer service, do you? You got 2,000 clients. I bet Vivian probably has north of 2,000 clients. So she's writing, let's say she's writing 50 clients a month, 600 a year. She's been in the business 6 years, so 6 times 6 is 3,600. So 3,600 people have bought a policy from Vivian directly or indirectly. She does, I guarantee you, Vivian do not service 3,600 customers and call them and check on them and see how they doing and Merry Christmas, it's your birthday and all that stuff. She does, and she tried to, it's humanly impossible because as she adds on more clients, she gets a little sloppy with the other clients. So you got 3,000 clients and you get sloppy. You don't give them all the perfect care. But she can give her recruits the perfect care. She can take care of Andreas and Joanna. She can take care of Gabby. She can take care of Diana Herrera. She can take care of her team. She can love them to death. When my mom died and my dad died, there were more Primerica people at their services than there were church members. There are more Primerica people at my daddy's service and my mama's service than all the people they've known. I've created a whole other family because I take care of my clients. That when my mama died, it affected you. You came out to support me. Not once, but twice. And that parking lot was packed. People looking in the window trying to get in. We pull up in the limousine, and I look out and I see old Primerica recruits that I hadn't seen in years. Hi Gary, I roll the window down. Wow, honey, look. These are our recruits. I thought they quit, and they showed up to my mama's funeral, my daddy's funeral. I go, these are my clients. Not one of my customers showed up. Not one of my insurance clients. Oh, I heard your mama died. I don't know you like that, but I want to come out and support you. It was all my recruits. How many clients sent me I'm praying for you? All of my recruits sent me, I'm praying for you, get better. I didn't get one customer to send me, you got COVID, I'm checking on you. So I realized your clients are really the people who you are helping every day in real time. Now, I know I gave everybody a paradigm shift here. I want you to. I want you to go, oh my God, I'm not taking care of my clients. I'm not getting them field trained. I'm not getting them licensed. They're not improving their situations. They're doing worse with me than they were before they met me. If there's no way to monitor that passion, you understand that? If your people aren't doing better with you, do you understand? You need to take a look at how you're developing your people. Now, is the pressure all on you Are you their mama? Are you their daddy? You got to hold their hand and put them in the mutual fund? I'm not talking about that. But you have to share some of the responsibility to say, I am not taking care of my recruits. Because I don't even know they didn't have a mutual fund. Because I thought she had life insurance. I know her policy lapsed. I didn't even care if it lapsed. You gotta care. Art Martinez, I need you. Are you in here? Here, unmute Arthur Martinez, please.
Yo, 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 what's up, man? Can you hear me?
Come on, speak to me, man. Blast me with your words, man. Blast me. This is being recorded. You're my client.
Uh-huh.
Did I take good care of you, Art?
You take good care of me, man. Day one, day one.
How often do we talk, clients?
We talk, I don't know, twice a day.
Wow. Now, Art, I could have just sold you life insurance and left your house and never recruited you. You wouldn't have known I did anything wrong. I'd have sold you insurance, and because you and your brother's training appointment, I could have came over, did a financial needs analysis. You've been very efficient. I'd have did your life insurance because you just got married to Wanda. You just came home from your honeymoon that day. I could have sold you life insurance. I could have called my boy Jerome over, put you in a mutual fund, walked out of your house, count you as a customer, never see you again. Now, all right, you know you, and I know you. I don't think you'd have kept my policy. I don't think you'd have kept it. Because you probably would have changed companies. You bought a house, sold a house, lost a job. Wanda would have been still working. I don't think you'd have kept the exact same deal I did for you.
I did. I would have kept it.
You're freaking liar.
I'm serious, man.
Your brother Matt, hold on. Let me challenge that for a minute. Your brother Matt quit.
No, I liked you, man. I liked you. I didn't like David. I liked you.
That was a one visit. You wouldn't have liked me long enough to pay for 15 years premiums.
I don't know, man. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see, but...
You'd have met somebody else.
Nah, man. No one come to the hood. Nobody come to the...
Okay, I'll give you that. That's some bull crap, but I'll give it to you. Go ahead. But you're my client. Them pretty teeth. I pay for them teeth in your mouth. How much you pay for them teeth?
20,000.
When I met Art, he didn't have them damn teeth.
I had teeth.
You didn't have them teeth.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, you even upgraded your damn teeth. So come on, man. I'm not trying to take credit for your damn mouth, but I am telling you, if I didn't recruit you, you probably would have spent 25,000 on some teeth. I don't think one would let you. Your health insurance definitely would have covered it.
Yeah, no. That came out of my pocket.
Okay, let's talk about that. You and me have a conversation. Everybody else ear hustling. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of my clients. How much money have you made, clients, since the day I joined? What's your total career cash in Primerica?
Yeah, so it's over $4 million.
Lord Jesus, you couldn't have accumulated $4 million in a mutual fund in 15 years. Impossible. If I'd have put you in a mutual fund, $100 a month, I fully funded your IRA, which is $5,000 a year max you can put in for you, $5,000 max for Wanda, which is $6,000 a year that you would, $11,000 a year you and Wanda could have put away, and nobody could put away $11,000 when you're making $20,000. But if I'd have maxed out your IRA 15 years ago and put a $2 million policy on you 15 years ago, it would be worth you wouldn't have made $4 million. So you've already touched $4 million in real money in your pocket?
Yeah, I mean, if you're counting the stock, more than that, but the primary cash, my code, Wanda's code, yeah.
Okay, so you're my client. Wow, interesting. Am I onto something, Art? If we take all of these recruits and turn them into Art Martinez's?
Yeah, I think the most important thing, as you're talking, is that it's such a great message today, by the way, because I like what you said about, you join the business, it's the fastest, experience,
Right.
And sometimes we forget that, sometimes we forget, like when you leave your house, there's certain things like, you have to leave your house with, right? And your keys, right? You can't go anywhere without your keys, right? Your wallet, ladies, your purse, your cell phone for sure, right? I remember, leaving my house one time and leaving my cell phone, like, oh shit, man, I got to turn back, right? Because there's certain things that you leave a person's house or your house you have to have, right? And one of the things that always stuck with me was, you know, when you leave Zoom today, right, or you're still, you know, can visit a client, you know, on at their home, right? You're gonna write the sale, right, and you're gonna get paid one time,
Right.
right? You're gonna get paid one time. It's a nice check. But if you recruit the person, right, you have the opportunity of getting paid for the rest of your life, right? So you got to go back to that house. You cannot just leave and go, well, I wrote the sale, right? You got to turn back, you know, because I look at my life, you know, and go, man, you know, what if Gary just thought, like, I wrote a sale, man, you know, I put it on the group text, right? Oh, man, I closed a whatever $70 sale, right? But I know that he changed my life, and in doing so, his life changed as well. You know, so what a great a business that we're able to have. But you know, we're gonna write some sales this weekend, right? There's gonna be some promotions here. But just remember that. You know, remember like, you know, when you recruit someone, when you write the sale, you're gonna get paid one time. But if you recruit that person, you have the potential of getting paid for the rest of your life. I mean, I don't know. I don't know why you would not fight harder, right, to recruit the client, you know, than you do to write the sale. No, I'm not saying to not write the sale. You got to write the sale, of course. You got to get paid now. But you should put a little more emphasis, you know, on you recruiting that client and do all you can do, you know, at the end of the day, because it's going to change their life. Remember how it works in our business is the more lives you change, the more life your life changes. The more lives you change, the more your life changes. So, oh, did I lose y'all?
We here.
Okay.
Here.
Okay. Hold on one second. All right. There we
You
go.
here. No, you're right. The more say it again, the more lives you change, your life change.
Right.
Gary, can you pull up what my income is from heart? There's a page that shows all my RPs and what I make a month from my clients. And just show him an example. I got April, I got Adrian, all these guys, Vivian, Sergio, Jackie.
Well, you already know who the great white shark is. You can look at me. Everyone else is, you know, they're little small sharks right now.
Right. Well, I want to talk about what you. I want to jump on what you just said, which is if you help people. What'd you say? What was your last statement?
Well, our ism is, you know, the more lives you change, the more life, the more your life changes, right?
So I want to stick with that, and I want to show them in real numbers how I changed your life. So I deserve my override. I don't feel guilty. I don't go, oh my God, Art's doing all this work, and me and Pat are at our home in Atlanta, and we're making money on him, and this is not right, and and every dime we get, we should give back to the Lord and give to the charity because we don't deserve this, and I don't feel guilty. Art, you look at the pretty teeth guy. That when I met that guy, I'm not talking about his looks. I'm talking about his insides. His thinking was bad. He was not worth $4 million when I met him. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have all the stuff he got going on. He ain't riding no Lamborghini when I met him. He was in a Ford. He had a purple. Was it purple? What the hell color was that? How do you make that color? He had a Ford Ranger. What was that? Something you manufacture your own color? Is that something that is that? Did you buy them that way, or you made it that way? I don't know. I'm asking.
Yeah, hold on, bro. That car. No, people remember the Auto Trader. Remember the Auto Trader?
Yeah,
Remember the first couple of pages that were in color. Remember that?
Yes.
The first couple of pages were in color, and then you turn to go to the back, right? It's black and white.
Right.
Right. So I remember buying this truck, going to the black and white side of it, right? And they had the truck parked in the shade, bro. Right? They had it parked in the shade, and it was listed as navy blue. That's what it's listed as, navy blue, right? For Ranger XLT, right? $7,000. That's my budget. So I went down to drive it by myself. And then we take it for a test drive. He said, "What do you think?" I said, "It's a nice truck, right? Let's roll everything, right? No AM, FM, no CD, no cassette, no nothing. It was just a standard truck, bro." And I go, "Let's take it, man, right?" He said, "Okay, park it in the shade, right?" So I'm driving back home to on the freeway, right? And I don't know, like it's sunny. Now the sun's hitting it, but I'm inside. I don't know nothing. I'm jamming on the radio. People passing by, they're looking at me like, and they're kind of laughing. And I thought they were just hating, what I'm saying? Like, I bought a brand new truck. I think they're hating, whatever. I get home, honk the horn, pop, pop, pop. right? Juana's in the front in the doorway, right? And her look is like purple, right? I go, no, it's navy blue, right? She says, no, it's purple. I go, no, it's navy blue, right? And I get out the truck and the sun's hitting it, and I'm like, oh shit, right? This is freaking purple, right? But in the fall and the winter time, it was navy blue because there's no sun. But in the spring, right, and the summertime, there was purple, bro. Okay, so yeah, just to clarify, man.
Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, so you ride around a damn Barney car. You look like Barney. You know, you got a purple car, you know. You come to the opportunity meeting in a Barney truck.
Yeah,
You know?
I used to park that shit on the way in the back, dude. So nothing can see.
Back in the alley in the back, park in the back,
Uh-huh.
put it up front, man. We can't sell the dream. You look the nightclub, you know. And so honestly, you know, when I met Art Martinez, my client, I took care of him. It took 8 months for Art to even get approved to join the company. I had to babysit Art spiritually for 8 months. You understand, y'all? Art did not come out the womb, okay, right away, okay? He gave me all the contractions, all the morning sickness. I went through the whole process. Because of Art's background, it took me 8 months to get this man licensed. He had to come to every single meeting. No money. No, he was recruiting people not getting paid on them. Okay? Mine was a great support system. But he was the one getting the license. 8 months of no commissions. Nothing. And I had to talk him off the ledge a few times. Okay? That's what I went through to earn the income. Now, Gary, can you pull it up for me, please? Is that something you already have up, or you have to go dig for it?
So, G, I have it up, but my question is, it's just going to show me the bonus for last month.
Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Just you can show the bonus part. It says more money basically than what you're gonna show.
Yeah.
Okay, show what you can.
Okay. So you scroll down to art. You want me to zoom in a little bit, G?
Yes.
A lot of it.
Okay, so what you're seeing here is
Huh?
Art Solution number, is premium,
No.
QBI. What's the 89,000 number? 80
Net.
net. Total rate. I get. Okay, there you go. Total rate. So I get 23%. Now mutual funds don't pay 23%. You understand that? They don't guarantee it. I get a guaranteed 23% of Art's sales volume. My total check was $20,000 of my bonus check last month. Am I correct here? It's not advances.
No, you're right.
Okay, so my $103,000 bonus, whatever I got last month bonuses, Art was $20,000 of my bonus. Okay, a month. That's $240 a year just in bonuses. Okay, I made 11,000 right under this April. So of my $100,000 bonus, April's 11,000 of it. Art obviously is doubling her in my portfolio. He's worth more in terms of bonus override. You know, I get 23% of her as well, but her numbers are different because Art has a whole hierarchy that I override. It's not just was that just his base, Gary, or his
This is my
hierarchy?
base. This is my
That's
base.
just the base. Just the base.
Oh, I get another bonus then.
Yeah, so we can go down here.
Oh, I got more money on Art. Okay, keep going. And I got paid on Fernando, Joaquin, Chris Lopez, Joey Lopez, Gabriel and Tiffany, Jasmine. Those are all Art's guys. So I got more money. I just showed you Art. But I will write Art's whole hierarchy. So I'm probably making $25,000 a month, let's just say, on my portfolio, Arthur Martinez. Okay, let's go out of there, Gary. Okay, so now I just showed just the bonuses. I remember I get advanced commissions, and I get paid on if he does a mutual fund, a home loan, auto insurance, anything that Salesforce do. That's a separate comp plan. But just in bonuses, I'm making $20,000 a month. But I'm not making $20,000 a month. That lady bought a policy from me 13 years ago. She won't die. She ain't dead yet. So I got my commission on it. She's not dead, so Sher family ain't getting a check. Ain't nobody benefiting because she ain't dead. getting paid. Because I said, excuse me, sir, would you like to come work with us? I'm going to help you. I'm going to train you. I'm going to develop you. I'm going to put up with your stupid questions. I'm going to do everything you need to do. I'm going to have potluck. I'm going to take you one out to dinner. We're going to do everything. We're going to become family. My daddy, my mom are going to know you. Your mom, your daddy going to know me. We're going to merge our little Mexican black family together. And we're going to work together. And then my son and his wife, Kishana, and my daughter could benefit from this. And then guess what Art said? Well, if your kids don't eat, then guess what? King and Samantha gonna eat. That's right, because Art didn't have no kids when I met him. Now he has two beautiful children. So now he has a second generation. If y'all eating, then guess what? My family gonna eat too. We're gonna just ride this till the wheels fall off. And that's the story of every recruit. So whether it be Damian and Simone, whether it be Arlene Jimenez, Arlene and Miss Marcy, Jasmine Smith, BJ and Elia. It could be whoever, Michelle Rett. It could be anybody. It doesn't matter. Adam and Charlene. This is my story today. My push to you is for you to become the best damn example in American business. And you go make $4 million like Art's been paid. April Monte, I think Gary told me today they've been paid $800,000 or something like that in 3.5 years.
97,000 was the last time I looked a couple days ago.
So $897,000 what they've earned since they met my son. They're right under $1 million in cash paid to them in their short 3 years in the company. Do you understand? When they click over $1 million, they'll be able to take $1 million, divide it into 4, and say to anybody in the company or anybody in the world, I average about $250,000 a year since the day I joined. What'd you say? I've been in business 4 years. Me and my son made $1 million in 4 years. Take 1 million divided into 4, good years and bad years, we average $250,000. I get to put that in my portfolio, Art, and go, I have a millionaire family that met me 4 years earlier, and 4 years later, they're now a documented $1 million income earner in their career. I could say that. The goal is for April to say that about Rashonda. It's for April to say that about Passion.
Gee, I'm
It's
sorry.
for April to say that about Kennedy. Yeah, Gary.
I'm sorry. It's 901,000. I just pulled it up.
You're lying to me.
If you can look at it, it says my
April, open your mic. Is that true, April? This guy put up on the app that you've been paid how much?
901,000.
Yes, that's true, G.
You are 99,000 away from being $1 million, from making $1 million?
Yes.
Okay, when did you get your license?
November 27, 2017.
My God. Oh my God. November 17, we're in December of 20. Your ass has been paid almost $1 million in 3 years?
Yep.
Oh my God.
January, I'll make $1 million.
Oh my God. And you guys can't give me 3 hours on a Zoom? Because you want to go open up some more gifts? Are you out of your mind? Why are we talking? Why am I even talking to you? And you guys can't, somebody tell you no today and you get your feelings hurt? Well, I don't know if I'm going to do Primerica. You know, I'll get back with you. Oh my God. Oh, that hurt my feelings. Oh, I'm going to quit the business because this broke person who don't even have 124 told me they want to think about it. Or they even told me no because they went on Google and they Googled Primerica and somebody said it's a scam. But did you not hear the April story? I know she's lucky. She's lucky. That is so lucky. So you don't think that you could do what she did in the same company, same opportunity, same everything? Let me go to the notepad. Let me finish you guys off here. Oh man. What is Vivian's number? 500,000? I don't know.
I'll pull it up right now. Hold on.
Oh man. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. I am so glad I didn't quit. I'm so glad I did Primerica. I am. How much, Gary?
581,000.
$581,000, $500,000. She still lives with her dad and her sisters in the house in Fontana. $500,000 has touched this 28-year-old girl's hand. And I'm worried about what people think. I'm worried that somebody's going to tell me no. You're worried about what people think? And we're changing people's lives here? You have to understand the power of what we're doing here. If you understand what we're doing here, ladies and gentlemen, I guarantee you're gonna work so much harder. You're gonna work so much harder. You're gonna say, you know what, I'm gonna step my game up. Look at this here. Okay, let's all brainstorm. Okay, let's go from training to brainstorm. Let me talk to you guys like we're all businessmen and women in a boardroom. We're in a think tank for a second here. Think about this. Okay, not if, but we're gonna do this, right? We're already doing it already. Some of you guys are not doing this well. But we recruit, with your help, of course, 3 people. We're going to affect 3 people today. Each one of us is going to agree to go out and help 3 people. We're going to find 3 clients. Not 3 customers, 3 clients. Okay? And what we're going to do is we're going to get those 3 people to join the team. I'll do it this way. So 3 recruits. But I'm going to go to the side over here for a second. And these 3 people are going to get life insurance because they need it for their families. Okay? They're going to get a mutual fund. Now, if you don't have a license to do this, don't worry. We have people that could do that. Okay? And they're definitely going to get the auto insurance because they need a discount on the auto insurance, which can use that money to pay for life insurance. And we're going to start right there with 3 products: life insurance, mutual funds, and auto. 3 recruits. Now, on this side of the equation, we got these 3 recruits because we sold them on the opportunity to make more money. So this here is how we got this, is how we got this. You got that? We sold them on making extra money part-time. We recruited 3 people today. They became clients. We take care of our clients, right? We want the recruits to become product of the product. This starts with you today, by the way. If you're a new recruit and you just got on board, you want to get your life insurance in place. You want to get a mutual fund. You want to get a quote on your auto and lower your rate. If we lower your auto insurance rate, you can take that money and pay for your life insurance. At least get a quote that costs you nothing but time. Now watch this. We want to help these 3 recruits build a business. We're not here to sell them financial products and move on, because that will make them a customer, Gary. We recruit them, and then we also say, get you 3 recruits. I'm making an announcement today. any sale written December the 26th until December the 31st midnight, New Year's Eve, okay, up until New Year's Day, midnight, 3 recruits, 3,000 in premium. We will pre-promote you to district leader. It is the last hoorah of the year. Normally it's 6,000 by 6 recruits. We're gonna go ahead and give it. If you're brand new, you just got involved, recruit 3 directs, do $3,000 in insurance business. We'll even count your sale as your requirement. So if you buy a policy, we're gonna double dip that sale and let you use your insurance premium to count towards your 3,000 in team volume. You should be doing 3 by 3 on your own. I'm saying you recruit 3 people, you buy a policy, and those 3 people, if they buy a policy and it adds up to 3,000 in volume, we're going to start you at 50% on January the 1st instead of starting you at 25%. It's normally 6 by 6. I'm lowering it for the next 6 days to 3 by 3. I'm not doing division leader promotions, regionals. I'm sorry, your numbers are still the same. We gave you a program. You had to end that program on the 22nd. If you missed it, that's okay. Keep running. Do the real numbers without the special program. But for sure, I want to make sure that I put it out there. 3 by 3 between now and the end of the year of new business dated for December 26th. New recruits dated for December 26th and after. We will pre-promote you to district leader. Pre means until the policies get approved and accepted by the client, we will not make it an official deal. Now, Art Martinez may have a different guidelines to make sure that we have 2 hierarchies listening here today. So he may not run this play, but for sure in the dynasty side, we will run that play. Okay? That's the thing. Now watch this. We do that. We get 3 recruits, Gary, and then they get 3 recruits. So 3 times 3 is 9. We now have 9 people that are going to get this. This is all going to happen today, not next year. If we do the right thing and recruit those 3 people for the 3 people, that's 9 people in-house that become clients, not customers. Because they're going to buy the insurance, the mutual fund, and get an auto insurance quote. We're going to wake up tomorrow morning, and we're going to get those 9 people to recruit 3. We now have 27 new people that we're bringing on board as clients, as recruits. Remember, they're clients. They're not just buying insurance and walking away. These people join the movement. We now have 27 people on top of the 9, on top of the 3. This all happened in 3 or 4 days. And those 27 people, here's what happens. It's crazy. People follow suit. Once you create a platform that's already staged and set up, and the algorithms start taking over and it's breathing on its own, it becomes a culture, these 27 people will, without even questioning, bring on 3 people. It becomes a part of the DNA and the culture of your organization, Vivian. These 27 people, they want to get promoted to district by the end of the month. They're going to go recruit 3 people, right? And now we got 81. Look how the exponential growth is kicking in. This is in a couple of days, not a couple of years. We have 81 people that will buy life insurance, 2 mutual funds per household, and an auto insurance quote. Do you want me to keep going till Jesus come back? Because 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3 times 3, I can keep going. I told you we start out with the rule of 85-15. We know that 85% of these people will do business with us as an agent. We want 100% to do it, but the reality is they don't qualify for our products. I get it. But 85% of those people will do business. The other 15% are people who buy outside of the opportunity. They don't want to join, but they want the insurance, the mutual fund, and auto insurance quote. We just have to focus on one thing, not 5 things. Let's focus on recruiting people and finding the Art Martinez's and the Vivian Diaz's and the April Montes and the Adrians and the Jackie Baines and the Gabriel Tiffys and the Chris Lopez's and all these people we got on board making 100,000 plus a year, BG and Leah and Michelle and Jordan and Andres and Joanne. When we keep going, we just gotta keep finding people that we can offer the opportunity to, and then get them on board within 24 hours. That means, in the field in 24 hours, where they can take us to see 3 more people. Okay? So I hope I'm drawing this out as a process. As a process. Okay, here we go. Recruit. Insure. Okay? So recruit, insure, I'll put it this way. Recruit today, insure today. Then help them, we'll call it field training. I don't want to, gosh, that word is so vast. Field training means a lot of moving parts. We'll try to narrow it down. Recruit, ensure they recruit today, and then help them start building tomorrow. Okay? Recruit me today, insure me today, because I need the services, and then let's go recruit my brother tomorrow, get him on a Zoom with you, and get me 3 recruits. Okay? So I put building tomorrow. Minimum of 3 directs. Okay? That's the cycle. We get this guy 3 directs, we come back around, and we get the recruits to become clients. They start recruiting, we come back around, and we kind of just do this. And it kind of comes back around. You know what I'm saying? It kind of circles around. We're just doing it in a circle. Recruiting somebody today, insuring them with our product. If they need it with our mutual funds and our auto, then getting them a recruit. They recruit 3 people. We run those 3 people through the system, get those 3 people insured, get them building their business. We keep doing that cycle. I believe we can change the world with just this formula right here. And we don't have to ever move outside of doing that program. Now, you got the 15%. Now, the 15%, we're going to get that through field training, right? So you'll make a list of your mama, your cousin, your friend, right? And they need the financial services. These are customers. Right? They're going to just buy the insurance and get off the webinar. Get it? So we're still going to have that. So we're going to focus on recruiting people. Now watch this. How does this work properly? Where it's kind of flawless. The recruits, I'm going to go down here, must be single parent. They do very well with our services. Single parents take life insurance more serious than some couples. I've experienced that. We have a young couple, 25, 24, no kids. They fiddle fart around, play around with their finances. They're not serious. They're very immature when it comes to their money. You deal with a single parent who has a 3-year-old son, and he or she is working their butts off to feed them kids. That's the number one. I promise you, that's the number one. If you want a person to say, I need life insurance and I need it yesterday. Marriage. I hate to put marriage second, but back in the day, they would be first. But married people take life insurance very seriously. They're dependent on each other. I think a mature, responsible married family will say, "My wife's making 40,000. If she dies, I'm going to lose 40,000 a year. My man makes 60,000. If he dies, I can't replace 60,000 a year in income. I need life insurance." Okay, so I think responsible married people should do that. But you got a better chance with a single parent. I don't know why it works that way. I think the single parents know that if something happened, this kid is going to be up Crap Creek, okay, and live with their grandparents or, God forbid, living in foster care. And then we look at people that are age 25 in the insurance world, okay, and recruiting world. Now, it's two separate conversations, okay? In the recruiting insurance world, you mix both together. You want to play in the age group of 25 to 35. Okay, you start pushing to the 40s and the 50s. These people, they tend to talk about what they used to do in life. They live a lot on titles and positions and experience, right? And they're more of a like, I'm good. I got 15 more years for retirement. I'm gonna ride this out at the post office. But if you get to 25, 35-year-old recruits, they're trying to buy their first home. His wife just got pregnant. Or they got a 3-year-old son. They got the minivan or the SUV, 2 strollers, soccer games to go to. I mean, they really are into the making of the economy. They're actively making the economy go. When you get on the other side of 40 and 50, you get more cynical people. like my son Gary, I feel for him. Because obviously I'm 57 and he's 27. He has to deal with one of my old agents because he's my partner, and they sometimes don't respect him. And these are people that will listen to everything I say, but when Gary said, they almost like treat him like he's a boy. They don't realize he's a millionaire at 27-year-old. He built his own business. They go, "Well, let me talk to your dad. What did your dad say?" But this dude's almost 30. And I got leaders direct to me that do not respect my son. And then they want me to respect them. Well, guess what? That's common sense. If you don't respect my son, you're dead to me. Period. Okay? But I tell my son, don't mess with these people. Don't try to coach them. Don't call them. Leave these people the hell alone. Period. You stay in your group. When you talk to Monte, you get good energy. You talk to Adrian, you get energy. You get Sergio, you get energy. Talk to Miguel, you get energy. You talk to these young cats, Gary, Damian. These guys, they want it, man. They're going after it. They don't want to live in a hood. They don't want to live in an apartment. They want the 7-bedroom home. They want a freaking helicopter. These people want 7. They want everything. Stay in that lane spiritually. It's better for you. Now I'm 57, so I play around with these guys that are in the 40s and 50s and 60s, and they annoy the hell out of me too. But my tolerance with them is short, so I don't care what they think. It doesn't matter. I can drop them in 5 minutes, okay, and be done with them. That's why you never see me with a bunch of 50-year-olds. Ever. You never ever see me. And I'm 57. And you ask anybody who's been around me for 30 years, and Jackie's been around me longer than anybody, she ain't never seen me roll, ever, with somebody my age in my car. Ever. I don't ride with these people. I don't hang out with them. They don't come to my house. We do business together, but I don't say, "Come hang out with me, man." But I'll call Sergio in a minute. "What you doing, man? Come by the house, Viv." "Okay, coach, I'll come." Not because I'm better than anybody else, because they're always talking about what they used to do. They're always talking about the favorite line is, "I know." That's their favorite line. I know. Yeah, but. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you're saying. Yeah, I did that. Yeah, I was doing it already. Oh, yeah, I'm already doing that. They never say, "Thanks, coach. Got the advice. I'm going to run with it. I'll call you back when I do it." They never say it. It's always, "Okay, yeah, I know that. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, okay, yeah, I did that too. Yeah, we're already doing that. Oh, yeah, we're already doing that." So I so I have a right, because Rick City told me that. Gary, you have a right to choose who you work with. I don't have to work with you. That's not a primary guideline. I got you in the company. I got you licensed. I don't have to work with you. So I believe you want to run a healthy business and you want to get good recruits, solid, stay in that 25 to 35. Now you go, "Gary, what about me? I'm 50. Reach back and grab your niece and nephew. Surround yourself around a bunch of young people. Stop trying to boss them. You want to tap into the 25-year mark and you're 55? Stop trying to regulate. Stop trying to tell them what to do all the time. Show them how to do it. They're not your kids. They're grown people, not 15. If you want a bunch of 25-year-olds that want to be around you and you're 50, look around your house. Get rid of some of the old dusty stuff you have around there. Make your house more appealing. I don't mean physically go buy something. I'm talking about from a spiritual standpoint. Do you have an old spirit? Do you want to regulate? Stop. Turn the music down. Stop doing that. You kids, oh my God, you're always on Instagram. You're constantly complaining. And you wonder why they avoid you like the plague. You could literally extend your career as a 55-year-old into your 90s if you could reach back and take somebody who's 25 and love on them and care about them and never hurt them, never misuse them. Get it? They gotta trust you. If they don't trust you, and when they're around you, they feel bad. They feel like they can't smell like weed. They can't make a mistake. They can't fart around you. They can't cuss around you. They can't do nothing. They're scared of you. Then they're not gonna want to be around you. You know what you're gonna end up with? About 7 people in your team that are all in their 50s and 60s, and I guarantee you they already sleep on this webinar. I guarantee it. I guarantee these people are done. If they are awake, they're not even paying attention. Their mind is gone. They're not going to want to do potlucks. They're not going to have you over to their house. You'll annoy the hell out of them. They're 55, 6 years old. Like, oh my God, this guy called me at 11 o'clock at night. If my notification go off one more time in the group meet, I'm going to shoot myself. I don't care about this guy passing a test. I don't care about the motivation. I don't care about no damn trophy. Just give me the money. That's what the 55-year-old guy says. I don't care about the motivation, all this hoopla, all this money y'all make. That's all y'all talk about is your money. Like, you know why? Because they're bitter. They missed the mark when they were in their 20s. They're pissed off. They're on this 3rd marriage. Get away from these people. You're going to build a business. Now, I don't give it to you pretty raw here. But I'm saving you a lot of time. And I'm not going after the 25 and 35-year-olds. I'm talking to the whole gamut. If you're 19 or you're 99, tap into this age group. If you don't know about that age group, pick up a book. Go online. Study what they
the
want.
other piece of pound
Give
cake
them
that
what
was
they
in the
want.
car is?
I have no clue. I didn't touch any pound cake.
Employees. You want somebody who can pay the premiums, who got a checking account, who ain't gonna put up a green dot card on you. You gotta go to Walmart, get a gift card, you don't want that. Do you have it? Yes, but that's not your business. Mercedes-Benz has a certain clientele. Period. It's not the same clientele as Kia. You don't will and deal at a Mercedes-Benz dealer. You understand that? When you go to Mercedes-Benz and you want to buy a Mercedes used, pre-owned, or brand new, there's protocol. You ever been to a Mercedes-Benz dealership? You can eat off the floors. Right? They got the coffee machine, they got the massage chairs, they got flat screen TVs. Right? The service department looks like it's Taj Mahal. The employees are dressed a certain way, they carry themselves a certain way. But go down to that used car dealership on Crenshaw. Right? The coffee maker's dirty. Right? This coffee spilled on the counter. Right? If it is coffee, ain't no sugar, ain't no creamer. Right? There ain't no stir there. You got the cheap little styrofoam cups that the coffee burned through the bottom of it. There's coffee stains all on the carpet. The bathroom's a mess. That's for the green dot people. You understand that? There's a market for everything. That's not your market. In the perfect world, homeowners. Homeowners. These people are stable. They bought a home, went through the price, paid the price, put the down payment down, went through all the crap. It ain't the house they want to retire in probably, but it's theirs. And their conversations are different at their kitchen table when they're homeowners. They take pride in protecting their estate. They have nice locks on their door, as an example, right? Okay, they want to have the best. They may have a broken faucet. You understand? They may have a few issues after living there 10, 15 years of raising kids, but they're homeowners. They think different. They're very responsible people in most cases. They don't play Russian roulette with their life. When you mention life insurance to them, they probably already have something. You may have to compete a little harder because they maybe have something similar to what you're offering. They may have a military policy that they're paying $10 a month for 400,000 on daddy. He's a retired vet, right? You have to know how to dissect that policy. They may have an indexed universal life with Transamerica, spending $400 a month, right? You need to know how to dissect that policy. But the key is, I'm not talking about being an analyst now. I'm talking about recruiting that person. If you recruit that person, they can analyze their own insurance. Oh, y'all don't hear me? If I recruit this guy and he gets licensed, he can replace his own State Farm policy. You know, even though he has a military policy, he pays nothing for it. If you recruit him, he'll say, you know what, I want Primerica, dude. I want the government controlling my life. You know, I want my own policy. I'm a grown man. I mean, I'll take that little AA, whatever they call these programs on USAA policy they gave me. I'll keep it, but I'm on a crusade, baby. I'm in Primerica. I'm on a $3 million policy Primerica. See what I'm saying? But they have to get recruited first and not just go sell them. I hope I'm making this very clear. We're masterminding. I'm not teaching. I'm not teaching right now, okay? I am teaching, but I want to talk to you as though we're all starting together. And I'm doing the what ifs. Hey, y'all, what if we recruit somebody? Going back up here. What if we recruit somebody today, right? And if we recruit that guy, if he's married, single parent, 25 to 35, homeowners, employed, he buys life insurance. Get it? So we killed two birds with one stone. We got to recruit and we made a sale. And then we help him get his 3x3 because the month's going to end here pretty soon on a 3x3 special. We get a 3x3. He puts it for the 3 people tomorrow. We get their application. Then they're qualified, married, kids, home, blah, blah, blah. Then they buy life insurance in a mutual fund and an auto plan. This is, we could totally predict. Oh, by the way, did I tell you you're at home on a laptop computer halfway dressed? You never got in your car, you never put gas in your car, you got to put wear and tear, you ain't got to get in traffic. You can go into different states, you're not stuck in California. You can move into Arizona digitally, do a presentation in New York an hour earlier, do another one in Miami an hour later, do one in Texas an hour. You understand, by the time you get to bed tonight, you can have 15, 20 different conversations. And we can create so much momentum. Momentum. Man, if I could explain momentum to you in exponential growth, folks, you would pee in your pants. You would pee in your pants if you sat down long enough and you did this with me. I'll do it with you just one time. I'm going to do it with our real number, okay, with the 6. Follow me, please. Follow me, please. This makes me excited. I used to do this on a napkin back in the day. I'd be in a club drawing circles, y'all. Take my wife out to dinner. I'm just sitting across from each other at Diddy's or where the hell we at. And I just start drawing circles on a little notepad. I'm drawing circles in the palm of my hands. Because these are things that excite me. So it's the what if. Me. I'm writing in the palm of my hands with a pen. Because I'm bored stiff in some stupid movie, let's just say. Or I'm just sitting around waiting in DMV to get my driver's license, and I'm in the lobby for 2 hours, and I take a pen and I draw a circle in my hand and I write the word me. And then I go, okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if I get 6 recruits, I don't put no names to it, it's just in my head. Okay? So that's month 1, December 2020. I get 6 recruits. And then I spend the month of January of 2021 and I help my 6 guys get their 6. That's 36 recruits. Then I take February. I'm not gonna go get me number 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go this way instead of this way. I'm gonna help these 6 get their 6. I'm gonna babysit this whole process. So each leg is gonna get 6. So now 36 times 6, I believe it is 243. Let me make sure I got that right. It's 216. I got 216 people on my third level. I'm gonna do March. I'm on a roll now, baby. Now I'm in the wind now, baby. At this point, it's just a natural occurrence, right? I don't even know half these people. It's just organically happen on Zoom. Everybody's doing their own private Zooms, and they're putting in IBAs. So 36 people, we know if they get 6, that's 216, 216, 216, 216, 216, 216. Well, 216 times 6 is 1,296 recruits. Well, let's keep going. I mean, since we're at it, right? We're drawing circles in the palm of my hand. I'm fortunate enough to do this. Try to wash my hands when I finish, right? I'm going to April 2021. I got 216 people on the 4th level. Now, mind you, I still got my first one recruit, right? They got 6, got 36, 216. Now, honestly, when you draw this on your hand, it's so perfect because ain't nobody quit off your hand, right? When you draw this on napkin, ain't nobody quit. Yeah, once you start putting human emotion in this whole thing starts, this whole board starts moving like ants. It don't stay intact like this, but I'm talking about the concept. 216 people get 3 each. We know it's 1296. 1296. You should be doing this with me, by the way. It'll make you excited. 1296. 1296. And 1296. You times that by 6, and you get 7,776 people on your team. You see exponential growth? You see that? You see exponential growth? Let's do the month of May. We're going to do 6 times 6. We want 6 sideways and 6 levels down. May 2021. We know that 1,200 times 6 is 776. We know that. 776. 776. Boring. Come on, y'all 50-something your people, stay focused. 776. 7776. 7776. 7776 times 6. You got 46,656 people in your organization. Have people quit? Yeah. We know that. We just talking about if nobody leaves off this whiteboard. Now here's what we got to do. Do we have 46,000 agents? No, we don't. You have you plus 6 plus 36 plus the 216 that got the 1296. The 1296 that got the 7776. And the 7776 that got the 46656. So now we go all the way up and we add this up. We go, okay, we got, I'll go backwards. 46656 plus the 77776. I got them. That should be 6, by the way. Plus the 1296. I got them. Plus the 216. I got them. Plus the 36. I got them. Plus the 6. I got them. Plus me is 55,987 people that join a company that's our client. Not our customer, our client. They're the Art Martinez's, who's made $4 million. There's the April, who's made almost $1 million. There's the Vid, who's made $500,000. There's Tons of people here. Okay, we don't know, I don't know everybody's income, right? Total income. But they're all in here. Now, let's sell life insurance, y'all. Let's start selling. Because we ain't making the money recruiting these people. We didn't get paid on the 124. They paid 124, and we got nothing. Right? Because Primerica don't give us a commission on them paying 124. We make no money. How do we make money? If they're married, single parents, homeowners, 25 to 35, employee, they have a need for what we do. Now, everybody ain't gonna buy. Everybody ain't gonna stay. So let's drop this off to 20%, Art. 20% of the people do 80% of the business. You take that number, you times it by 20%, 55987 times 20%, and what do you get? 11,197 people that buy a policy. Let's assume 80% quit over time, right? 80% quit over time. We don't want them to quit, but they just do. People have life issues, they come in, they come out. But we keep 20% that are solid. We have 11,000 agents. 11,000 agents. We had to go through 55,000 to get them, but who gives a damn? We got 11,000 agents. What does 11,000 agents pay? Well, let's use my numbers. My income is $2,200,000 a year in income. That's my income so far from January up until today. Give it, take a few thousand. That's I didn't put in there. I rounded down. 2.2 million. I have 755 agents. Right now as we speak. So right now, if you say, Gary, give me your numbers. I got 755 licensed agents. I make $2.2 million a year. Okay. You said, Gary, 20% of that number is 11,000. Okay? Yes. Gary, you don't have 11,000. You have 700, brother. Exactly. So if you do 11,000, you're going to take that 700. How many sevens are in 11? So you're going to times that.
By 15. Times it by 15.
I do 15 times that?
Yeah, so the number 766 is your licensed agents right now.
I'm sorry, 766.
766 times 15 will get you 11.4.
Okay, so now take 2.2 million, Gary, times about 15.
That's not right. I gotta draw it out. 2. Gotta go sideways for this number. Times 15. Yeah, that's 33 million a year.
Okay, $33 million a year in commission and bonuses if I get to that number. And I chopped off 80% for failure. I can sit in front of the Shark Tank right now and say, hey, listen, I got some numbers here. Let me draw some circles real quick for you. And then we go, right? They do all the little stuff they do, maybe jump all these damn hoops. Then they're going to say, what's the numbers right now? I'm going to say, well, sir, these are my numbers. I have 766. Okay? So I chopped off 80% of it, sir, to be realistic with you guys. So I'll embellish this presentation. We know that everybody's not going to buy, everybody's not going to stay. We know that. But there's a rule called the rule of 80-20. 20% of people do 80% of the business. That's even in your business, sir. You don't close everybody. Okay, so everybody has a failure rate. I'm putting in an 80% failure rate, 20% success rate. That's $33 million a year in residual override income. Sir, I even did worse than that, sir. Can I show you what I really do? I just kind of hope that happens. It didn't happen like that for me, sir. Maybe it happened like that for you. I think the Shark Tank got behind this, and we could advertise and start making Primerica a brand name. I think people just join. We have some kind of software. Mark Cuban, you're the software guy. You and Robert get together, y'all figure out this thing, and we put together some kind of algorithm, and we find a way to get these people in the system through a computer, get them join the company, all technology based. We can hit that number. But sir, here's mine in the real world, where there is no algorithms. It's real humans. I talk to them all the time on Saturday. I got 766 licensed agents, sir. They pay me $2 million a year. That works at about $200,000 a month. That's $50,000 a week. I don't write one sale. I don't recruit anybody, sir. If I die tomorrow, my children get it. If they die tomorrow, their children stand to get it, and my business grows exponentially without me having to do anything other than keep my license active and stay legal and stay the hell out the way. Do you want to buy my business, Shark Tank? I don't think anybody in their right mind would say no to that. I don't think anybody in their right mind would say, nah, I'm cool. Nah. What do you think, Kevin? You want 200 grand a month coming in, passive income, 700 independent contractors, no payroll, no overhead, no expenses, no inventory. So economy-proof product is life insurance. It's a need product. It's not a want product. People live and people die. You ain't got to make nothing and sell it. There's nothing to manufacture and buy it in China, ship it over here through customs and do with tariffs. It's just straight paperwork. What do you think, Kevin O'Leary? I think any wise man and woman will go, damn, dog, is this legal? Is this legal, man? Is this like for real? Are you lying to me? Please tell me you're ripping people off and selling independent index universal life, whole life. You gotta, there's no other way you can make that money selling term insurance. I go, sorry, it's term insurance. It's just cheap life insurance. They buy them like hotcakes. How do you sell it? You don't advertise. I got this system where I recruit people that want to make extra money, because everybody want to make extra money, right? Everybody want extra money. That's why y'all here at the Shark Tank, because you're trying to make some extra money too. I recruit people to the opportunity that are married, kids, home, single parents, get it, 25 to 35. I show the opportunity, then I convert them over to clients. And they buy life insurance and mutual funds. It's crazy. Even if we're hired, they still buy it because they're loyal to the company. It's weird, dude. And then they show up on these webinars. I don't pay them a dime. They sit and listen to me for 3 hours on a Saturday, 2 hours on a Monday, Sunday night for an hour. I sit in my home. I'm not even fully dressed. I'm halfway dressed. They go, is this legal? It's a New York Stock Exchange company. Yeah, they're publicly traded. They are. They opened up at $15 a share April 2010 in a recession. Remember the worst recession? These fools went public in the recession at $15 a share. They closed Friday at $133 a share. Vanguard has 4 million shares in this company. BlackRock has 3 million shares. Chase Bank has 200,000 shares. Wells Fargo, 200,000. Bank of America, 200,000. Charles Schwab even have 100,000 shares in Primerica. The California Teachers Retirement Fund has 90,000 shares of Primerica. Y'all don't advertise? We don't want to advertise. If we advertise, we have to raise the rates. That's how we got State Farm beat Farmers, Allstate. We beat them hands down. They got high-rise with their names on it. All of our buildings are owned and operated by the independent contractor. Our shareholder doesn't have to pay for a building. What? Our shareholder doesn't have to pay for a building. You ready for this? And all the premiums coming in? We don't even have to take a hit financially until a person dies. And people won't die, Kevin. The actual life expectancy is now 78 for men and like 84 for women. These people keep living because of technology and medicine. They won't die. And then when they die, they only die once. It ain't like car insurance where they wreck their car, all right, and somebody steals it the next day, or they drive it off a bridge and say somebody stole it. There's no fraud in this. What? There's no fraud. Health insurance is fraud. People do all kind of fraudulent claims with homeowners and health insurance and disability and auto insurance and liability. These are all fraudulent things. That's why the rates are so high. This is straight term insurance. They pay the premiums until they die. And they're living, because I'm going after the 25 to 35-year-olds. I'm not going for the guy who's 60. Oh, damn. That's deep, bro. I'm not done yet. We have a whole nother account with some extra money in the kitty. It's about $7 billion. Where'd that come from? These are people that buy term insurance and they stupid, they cancel the policy 6 months later. We keep that money. We don't give it back to them. It's term insurance. We ain't gotta give it back to them. Then they'll walk around with no life insurance, but they gave us 6 months of premium, 10 months of premium, 3 years of premium. They went through divorce. They canceled their policy. We keep the premiums. It's just term insurance. Ain't our fault they died. So that's a whole nother account. That's a whole nother account. Damn, you made money on people lapsing? Mm-hmm. Is that how you paying Gary Cornegay $2 million a year to sit in the house in Atlanta, Georgia with COVID, and you're paying on $50,000 a week? Mm-hmm. Is that how you paid April $1 million in 3 years? Her husband incarcerated, and you're paying her $50,000 a month? Kevin, Robert, Dave and John, Lori, what the hell are we doing? Why aren't we in this business? Well, because insurance has a stigma. Hell with the stigma. You got an ego now? You're image conscious? I thought you wanted to make money. Even the street hustlers know that. The dope dealer said he ain't thinking cocaine. He's not thinking of poisoning people. We now worried about an image? Folks, what I just told you is a fact. It's the truth. Oh, by the way, they pay the agents every day. What? Yeah, like every 2 weeks? No, bro, no. They make a sale on a computer. They pay $20 a month for the software, right? That's all we do. Pay $20 a month for it. We kind of lose money on the software. We don't care about that, right? Let them all have it. Because we want them to be efficient. They take an application on their phone, okay? They get the routing number from their mama and the account number. They get 1 month's premium from the client. That's it. And we pay them the same night. So the client the recruit can make money the same within 24 hours. He could fix his problem financially. Can't wait 2 weeks to get paid. Well, what about the taxes on that? We don't have to pay taxes. They're 1099. They're 1099? Hold on a second. These people aren't W-2? No. They're independent contractors. They buy their own laptops. Yeah. They buy their own shirt and tie. Yeah. They put gas. You don't have a company car? It's their car. What obligation do you have on these people? We're just going to get them licensed. We're going to mentor them. We're going to care about them. We're going to love on these people. That's what we're going to do. We're going to love to death. That's all we're going to do. We're going to just throw love at them. And we're going to let them do what they want to do. Can you fire them? We don't have to fire them. They're independent. They just go away. Hold on a second. So you don't have to fire anybody. No. You have a quota. No quotas. They write 1 sale a month. You okay with it? Yeah. 1 sale a year. Mm-hmm. 1 sale in a decade. We don't care. But then what do you require? Just keep your license active and turn some sales in. And you govern people like that? Yeah. So everybody's a chief? There's no Indians? No, everybody's a chief. Little chief, big chief, large chief. Why don't people know about this? Well, because this thing called the internet. And people Google it and they go, it's a pyramid, it's a scam. But they don't know we're publicly traded. They don't know we're in the Fortune 1000. They don't know that. Because these people that are going on the internet trying to find information about us, we don't want them to find out. We are a word-of-mouth business. We're exclusive. Rolls-Royce don't advertise, Bentley doesn't advertise, Lamborghini doesn't advertise, and Rolex don't advertise. You will know about us by what our products and services are, and they will tell a friend. Get it? And if we do something bad, they tell a friend. So we kind of govern ourselves because we know our clientele is built upon what we did for the last client. Word of mouth still works in 2021. And it's solid. But the way we approach it is not by selling financial services. We approach it by giving people a chance to make some extra money. And I want to thank you, United States government, and I want to thank the global pandemic for pushing 55 million people out of work and putting them right into our hands. I want to thank you for snatching their benefits, because we've been telling them for 40 years, don't depend on the job. Your health insurance is not guaranteed. Your life insurance is not guaranteed. You lose your job, you lose everything. We've been telling them that. But now this pandemic thing hit, and y'all keep pushing that narrative that people are going to die and lose their jobs, and the stimulus check for $600, by you guys keep screwing people, you're bringing people to me, because they got to go somewhere to feed their family. This is a perfect storm, y'all. This is the perfect storm. But if you sleep and you ain't woke, you ain't conscious right now because you're in a coma, right? Because you're waiting for God to come and drop down some money for you, or the government to give you $600, or you're trying to get over and do some angle plans, some illegal stuff, and you're trying to cut in corners, you in that headspace, you ain't never gonna see what I just delivered to you. You ain't gonna never see it the way I see it. Because you in a whole nother, I was telling Brother Chris Thompson last night out of Chicago, right? The reason I win, Chris, because I'm happy when other people are winning. That's the reason I have abundance. I'm happy that you're winning. I don't hate. See, when you are actually trying to angle play, take shortcuts, there's a chemical that releases in your body. It's poison. You don't know it. But every time you take shortcuts, every time you try to get over on somebody, you try to screw somebody out of one cell, there's a chemical that releases in your body, and it prevents you from thinking clearly to get the next opportunity. But when you're happy for people, dopamine releases. It's a chemical that releases in your body, endorphins and dopamine. It releases and it heals you, and it puts you in a clear state to go after greatness. And all the great things keep coming to you because you're putting into the universe that energy. Get it, that energy of, I got it and you can have it. I ain't got to take from you. I ain't got to screw you. It's all good the way it is. And because I'm constantly exuding good energy, optimism, I love my company, I love what I do, I love my team, I'm happy doing Primerica. It's not a burden for me to sit here for 3 hours and talk to you. This is my journey. This is my life. This is my ministry. So because I'm blessed, I'm always on that level, great things always happen to me. Do you believe what I just said to you? Because when you get off this webinar in a minute, you got to get back on the webinar and start preaching the gospel of Primerica. And you got to become your best client today. I want to thank you so much for listening to me. I hope this makes sense to you. I want you to make sure today, not tomorrow, that you sit down with your trainer, if you're not licensed, and you say, listen, I need to get my crap together. That guy got my crap today. That guy got my crap today. I need to get my stuff together, man. I'm tired of playing games. When you make sure I'm properly covered, if I die tomorrow, my wife and kids ain't gonna struggle. I can't have it on my head, partner. Can you protect me? Am I properly covered? I am? Great. Okay, can I start putting away $50 a month, $100 a month? I can cut cable off tomorrow. I don't need to have that crap. I'm trying to impress people that don't even like me. And you get your financial house in order. So here's what I want. Tonight, when we look at the numbers tonight, we assess all of our numbers. I want to see an explosion in the sales side of our business and recruiting side. I want to look and go, damn, gee, we did $100,000 in one day in insurance premium because our clients, you guys got this stuff together. And then within 24 hours, they're already talking to their mom and daddy and their brother and sister, and we're taking care of them. We're going to keep cycling that system. I want to finish up. Art, please give me some feedback. You're the highest paid guy here. That's why I give you so much time to say something. I know I got tons of great leaders who want to say something, but honestly, I want to turn it over to Art before we close it out.
Hey, what's up, G? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
No, great info, man. Great info. You know, that's you know, what you just explained is, you know, really how we get wild. There's two guaranteed ways, right, to becoming wealthy in our business. You have 2 guaranteed shots, and that's, money at work, as you just explained, and people at work. That's how you get wealthy. I don't care what it is. I don't care what business, right, what company. That's how you get wealthy in this country. And the good news in our business is you get to do both. See, when you have a job, you cannot, you're not going to get wealthy there. You'll make a living, but you're not going to get wealthy because you get your check on Friday, right? You're not going to be able to put any money to work. Does that make sense? That's why it takes 50, 60 years for a person to retire, because they finally have enough money at work so they don't have to go to work no more. Does that make sense? Right? You can do that here very fast, right? By applying these products and these concepts to yourself, right? Do it part-time, do it full-time, whatever. Make that money, but apply these concepts to yourself. Now, the fastest way, right, as Gary talked about, right, is people at work. Your boss get it, which is why your boss is wealthy. Jeff Bezos get it, which is why he's the wealthiest person guy, the wealthiest person on earth. He has 900,000 recruits on his team. 900,000, right? 900,000 recruits on his team that work for Amazon. And he's got a whole nother set that are subscribers like myself and my wife, right? We're part of the Amazon team. He gets it, right? And everything is recruited. So if you're either getting recruited or you're doing the recruited. Some of you got recruited to Macy's this holiday season, right? Right, but you got recruited when they asked you, do you have a Macy's card? And you said, no, right? They said, no problem, sign up for this, and you can save 10% on your purchase, right? And guess what? You're going, man, I have no problem, to sign up. And when you swipe that card, you now work for Macy's, right? See, so everything is recruited, right? And don't knock it, because you want your son to get recruited into the NBA. You want your daughter, right, to be recruited, yes or no, into maybe an artist. Does that make sense? So everything is recruited. Just accept that that's the business that you're in. That's the fastest way, right? You get wealthy, right, in our business. Take some of that money that you're making, whether you got a job or you're in Primerica, take some of that money and apply these concepts to yourself, right? That's the ultimate presentation, when you can sit down with your uncle, right? And let's say you're 22 years old, your uncle's 40, right? And you tell your uncle, hey, uncle, I have this, right? And your uncle looks at you like, you have this? You're 22 years old, you're 25 years old, you have this? You have no kids? Damn, right? I'm 40, I have kids, I have a home, I need to become a client. See, that's your commercial. So I thought this was great information, man, and I appreciate you allowing us to plug in G Money, because he just left y'all with a mic drop on 2 guaranteed ways, right, to become wealthy. Now, if you leave this business and you're not wealthy, shame on you. Shame on you, because you weren't listening. You heard it, but you weren't listening. Does that make sense? You didn't apply nothing that this man told you for the past 3 hours, for the past week, however long you've been in Primerica. You did not apply nothing this man has taught you. We applied the concepts. And if I could do that, no high school diploma, warehouse worker, right, and be financially independent from the business side and from money, I'm wealthy, man. Not Gary wealthy, but I'm wealthy. Trust me, I'm good. I just listen to this man. Attach yourself to this man, and he gonna take you to the promised land. Thank you, G Money. I appreciate it. I'm actually rhymes too. Attach yourself to this man, and he gonna take you to the promised land. Woo, that's good.
I'll send you a check, Art. I'll send you a check.
That's good right there.
Appreciate that, man.
Check.
Look, you guys, and wrapping this up. You're my clients. I need you to understand that. I gotta take care of you. I gotta look out for you. You cannot fail with my name. You understand that? I don't want my name in your mama's mouth, your wife's mouth, your kid's mouth, saying my daddy worked with that man and my daddy went broke and that man got rich. You will not ever say, you understand that? I will never, ever, ever have your kids ever approach me or my kids. I don't want your son to have a conversation with my son ever and saying your daddy got over on my daddy. Because I'm going to tell your son that you didn't do what I told you to do. You understand that? My name is tied to your success. If you fail, I can't write a story on you. I can't put you in my book. That makes sense? You're not a part of my portfolio. If you fail, that's like a doctor trying to heal people of COVID and everybody's dying. I don't think anybody's going to go to him with that kind of failure rate. My reputation is tied up in the 300 or 400 people listening to me. You got to go win for your families. You got to do it today, though. Don't postpone it. Don't wait till 2021. You're here now listening to me. Get off of this webinar and start contacting your friends and your family and start putting them in front of the great leaders that you have that's going to train you. And stop questioning everything. Okay? Your coach say do something, do it. Why would you be under somebody you don't trust? That blows my mind when you join the business and your coach say, okay, put in front of somebody. Well, I want to do that right now. Well, can we wait till next week? I got things going. I go, dang, you've been there like an hour. You'd be fired at Kentucky Fried Chicken. You'd be fired in 3 minutes. Well, I'm not wearing that apron. What are you doing? You're at Starbucks. Get the hell out of here. So if you're questioning your coaching and your leader, do you understand you have a problem? It looks bad on you that you're that naive that you join as an ignorant woman and an ignorant man under somebody that you don't trust. And now you work with a person you don't trust. I'm like dating somebody, getting married, walking down the aisle knowing you don't trust the person. Like, why would you do that? Since you're on board, trust the system. Then know that I'm not going to let anybody hurt you. I'm not going to take advantage of you. You understand that? If I find out somebody taking advantage of you, I guarantee you, I will move you from up under them. I will not think 2 seconds. If somebody's screwing you financially, if somebody's doing something illegal, unethical, I don't wait 2 months. I don't do the talking. Because they're affecting my income if they affect you. You understand that? If somebody's hurting you, they're taking money off my table. I don't care what anybody tell you. I don't care who's on here. I don't care how long you've been in business. I don't care about your damn title. I don't care how rich you are. If you're screwing people and I find out about it and the little guy is getting hurt because you're doing something illegal or unethical and screwing somebody their money, I guarantee you in 2 seconds I will move them. Without a doubt. Now, thank God ain't nobody doing that. I ain't never got to do it, but I'm just putting it out there. We got 500 people listen to me. And I know everybody ain't Christians and saints and perfect and all that crap. We all make mistakes. But if you're a shrewd person and you're trying to get over somebody, I'm going to smell you out and I'm going to cut you out of my business. You understand that? Because it ain't fair for you to lead a person to Primerica and then to screw that person. Because now you sold them false hope. They walk away not believing in themselves. You put them into a depression state of mind. You don't know what you do. You can ruin their marriage by playing around with people's finances. You don't know what you're doing. So please, let's take this serious. We got a great company. We're a company of integrity. I've been around 32 years. I'm not practicing on you. I hope I've been a great role model for you. I'm a little tough on you, but I'm not a pansy leader. I'm not a woe it's me. I'm not a kumbaya leader. I'm a freaking beast. Okay, and I know I need some help a little bit, okay? But they should have never let my ass live. That's their fault. They should have took me out last week. They had an opportunity, they didn't do it. So now you got to put up with this shit, okay? God bless you guys. I love you guys. Happy New Year if I'll talk between now and next year. All right? Hey, insure yourself today. Get covered. Bye-bye.
Good morning.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Hey, I know you sent in the certificate. How long does it take them to appoint me?
I have no clue. It's the holiday, so they probably won't see it till Monday, and it could take a couple days.
Okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, it all takes. I have no control. It could take 24 hours. I would text Yvette and say, hey, my license got appointed at the state. I just sent it to the regional licensing center. How long do you think it'll take to get appointed? And see what she says. Or text Tariq and ask her.
Okay, yeah, I'd rather go through Tarika. Okay, cool, Talon. Sounds good.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yvette, she's doing two things, so, you know, I know she has a lot going on. She has a newborn, and then she does appointments
Yeah,
too, plus
she's got
licensing.
too much going on.
So,
Yeah, she's got too much going on. She's got too much on her plate.
yeah.
Hey, what do you think about the whole credit check thing? The whole the credit repair? Because I'm getting the credit repair, and I do need my credit repaired. You know what I mean? Like have some stuff taken off my credit. But I'm meeting her today at 1, and then so that way tomorrow we meet her. I think we meet her at 10, or I can't remember what I wrote down. Maybe 9. No, I think it's 10.
What do you mean? What do I feel about getting your own credit repaired?
Yeah, like how do you feel about that? Do you think it's a waste of money? Do you think I'm better off
Daddy,
trying to get
I
this
finally made this myself,
myself?
and it's finally
Nice.
dry. Can you help me carefully open it? And you can't.
Hold on
Daddy,
1 second.
careful to not break it.
Okay.
I think it's a good idea if you can't do it yourself.
Yeah, because I was looking at some YouTube videos, and I know there's no way of them, like if you go and you actually start paying off all your stuff that's on your credit,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's still on there for 7
Thanks,
years.
Daddy.
People remove things completely from your credit.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking it's better to just pay them instead of
Oh,